have tagged him, but
This bitch.
probably still that guy's too damn busy playing bloody Wukong, mate. Is what it is most likely.
I've been wanting to play Wukong so bad. I haven't played in like a week, but it's just been so busy. Haven't had any time. But oh man, I've enjoyed the parts that I have played. It's been so good.
I love how everyone like the shock of everyone being like, oh my god! Like I think it didn't break like the Steam peak like players.
It got up there. I don't know if it broke it, but it got in like the top 3 or top 5 at least.
Like, and people are like, oh my god, how did it do that? It's like people just not believing that like China's like a like a thing.
Oh yeah, a bunch of people were Chinese. That's why. Yeah,
which is fucking base as hell. Like I think I got like 2 million concurrent, which is like crazy.
It sucks because I like really want to like watch other people play it, but I also don't want to get spoiled.
Absolutely.
And I'm like so far behind. I'm only at like chapter 3.
Yep.
So, but yeah, what I've played has been pretty clean. And considering it's like the studio's first like debut game as well, like that's pretty impressive.
I think I was like reading up on like the story of them, and it was like they're just like a group of homies that like they've been friends for a while, or like they met in like university or whatever, and then they just made a game together. And I'm like, that's just like
that's kind of like Pal World.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like that's just cool as hell, you know.
Yeah.
Super, like, you know how fun. Like that's fun as.
That's pretty sick. Good on them.
Absolutely. You know, you've been taking it to the fucking AAA, the AAA Andes, that's for sure. Like showing them what's up. You know, games can be made at a really high quality that don't require always like this level of like money investment, and you know. Here we go. Let's see. I finally found the chart. Jeez, I hate this. I hate trying to find this thing. To 100. This banana game is still popular as heck. I don't understand. Like this auto.
I don't get it.
It was supposedly it's a what's the word again? What's the crypto thing? NFT. It's an NFT bullshit thing as well.
Yeah,
Black Myth Wukong peak today was 1.4 million.
Jesus Christ.
1.4 million peak today. Like that's nuts.
That is cracked.
Hello?
Hello, sir.
Yo.
Where is it here?
Hey, yo.
Most played by current players. Can you do this of all time? Surely you can do it of all time. No, I guess I'm stupid. Who knows? By daily players. Yeah, wow. Yeah, Black Myth Wukong 1.495 million peak today. That's nuts. That's so many people, dude.
Cracked.
There you go. You guys want to play Governor Poker, mate? It's got what the fuck? Governor Poker 3. How do you make 3 poker games? That's what I want to know. It's the same game. Yes, on that bombshell, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to episode 121 of the Good, Great, Perfect podcast. It is today on the dot, the 5th year anniversary of the show. We released the first episode on August 31st of 2019. 5 years later, couple new faces, same old heads. 5 years.
That's crazy.
To 121 episodes.
Well,
Pretty
shout
consistently.
out to us.
I know. Jesus Christ! Shout out to us, mate. Like we've been holding this torch forward, chatting about Treasure Cruise, chatting about life, chatting about this and that. Like, you know, it's kind of an absolutely wild thing, to say the least. Take it 5 years in, and like still going strong, still enjoying what we do. Like it's a very, very positive environment, you know. But I've got here with me my usual suspects of Flame and Todd. Knight, unfortunately, not here today with work commitments. But, you know, as we always start every single episode with Flame. How you been, man? What's been going on?
I've been good. I just got home from work as of today, but other than that, I've been posting a lot of videos.
Yep. Normal guy. Normal guy reacts.
Normal guy, normal videos.
The craziest thing I've ever seen in my entire life, mate. Bro really said normal guy reacts to shit. It's like, what the fuck? You're just a normal guy.
Hey, listen, people be putting crazy shit.
If it works, and people are like, yeah, PhD
Criminal
student
react.
Yeah,
Yep.
banker reacts.
Banker reacts to, yeah, you should be like, yeah, manager reacts to anime intros, mate. You know, fucking people volleyball Olympian reacts to Haikyuu. Shut up, just watch the anime. Put the fries in the bag, bro. Like, you know, what are you doing here, man? Yeah,
but yeah, we in 1 week I became a partner on YouTube, so now
we're back to it.
Monetized.
Back to make some coin.
Yep, back to making some bread.
Let's go.
But yeah, that's all I've been really doing. I got my tattoo touched up a little bit.
Nice.
And still reading Mushoku Tensei. I didn't get to play too much on Black Myth. I played a little bit.
I'm surprised.
But I'm sure
we're in the same boat on that one.
I'm surprised for you.
Well, I've been making videos. That's why it's like that takes up most of my day.
Yeah, that's fair. Right, you Todd?
Yeah, that's what I've been up to.
Yeah, man, Chris and I are still working on the wedding stuff. Actually, like the next podcast will be the same weekend as the wedding.
Yeah,
so we'll have to try and navigate that one and see where we're able to do it.
We might just take the week off, mate, for celebrations. Who knows? We've done 5 years, mate. They can have a day off or two. We've done 5 years on, so we can have a couple of days off. We'll see how we go.
We'll see.
Yeah,
as long as Night's available, so it's not just you two.
Oh, mate, bring us back to the old psychology lounge, mate.
Oh shit, true.
Yeah, otherwise, anything special?
Yeah, so we've been doing that. That's been taking up most of our time, and we haven't really had a lot of time to play Wukong. I don't know what you're up to in the game, Flame, but I think I'm like at the middle or like near the end of chapter 3. That's where I'm at.
You're in front of me.
I'm on chapter 3. Shit. I'm shocked with you, Flame. Usually you'd be like, this is the kind of game where you'd be fucking
it's good
in, dude.
Well, there's 2 reasons why. It's one, because like I told you, most of the time I'm doing my YouTube stuff, and on the other hand, I like it, but like I don't like it like that much.
I see.
So, like I'm not like fiending to play it.
I see.
Yeah.
But I've been doing that, and yeah, I mean that's pretty much all that's been happening, and playing some treasure cruises per usual. But I've also been sliding in and playing a bit of Dokkan as well on the side.
Oh my god, he's gone over to the other side.
Yeah, Dokkan's been actually pretty fun recently.
That's crazy. That I don't think I'd ever have imagined to say that sentence like out loud. Like Dokkan's been pretty fun recently is a crazy thing to say. That's cool. That's good. That's awesome.
I didn't expect to be jumping back on it, but here I am, I guess.
I was waiting for the Dokkan content. It's time.
Did you pull the new units?
So I got Beast Gohan when he was out. I didn't get Gogeta or Broly, unfortunately. I really wish I had the Broly now, because I ended up getting the new Broly that came out for the worldwide download celebration.
Right.
He's cracked. He's super, super good. And also got Cell Max, luckily, as well. So
that's good. Yeah, I tried to get that new trio. They're super cracked.
Yeah, I wanted Broly because like I don't have good villain stuff, so I kind of need good villain stuff. But after seeing the what Goku and Gohan and Trunks, yeah, that's it, right? Yeah. After seeing what they're doing, like they seem really good. But like I hadn't played Dokkan in like over 2, 3, maybe even longer years.
Yeah.
And when I came back, I still had like pretty decent stuff. But then after getting Beast Gohan, like Beast Gohan literally just carries through like everything. He's like so good.
Hell yeah.
And like going through because I'd missed so much content, going through all the old EZAs, just being able to like collect so many stones so quickly.
Yeah.
And just accumulating so many stones and being able to just like basically build up the old account that I had, because the account I had before I like quit was actually pretty good, but it's been so aged now that like everything is like really weak against the old content. But yeah, Dokkan's been a lot of fun on the side, and Treasure Cruise is doing Treasure Cruise things.
I don't know.
But how about you, Pappingtons?
Yeah, man, we've just been chilling.
Let's hear that W news, bro.
I know, fucking hell. I got interviews. Jesus Christ, mate.
Yes.
Fuck me. It's
finally.
I know. Dude, let me do what's the job search up to now? I have more tabs open as we speak, mate. Looking for more jobs, but I'm at 69 applications at the moment. Like it's just been it's been so toxic. But it's just been
Didn't you say you got a second interview?
yeah, I have a second interview next week, and that's kind of the make or break. Like, that's the determination of like what's going to kind of plan out. But yeah, we'll see how we go. I think. I mean, the role's interesting. Like, I don't really give a fuck. I'm gonna be realistic with you, but it's more just like it's shit that like I kind of have experience doing, and like the questions that they ask, I kind of like if between us, I'm very. I mean, and people are listening, I'm quietly confident because like I kind of binked all the answers and like. Especially because like it's an in-person, it was an in-person interview, so like I can put on that bit of pizzazz as well when I'm talking and get the hand.
A bit of that charisma.
That's what I'm saying. A bit of riz up the 65-year-old senior manager, you know, who's an old man who has 4 kids, but like, you know, here we are. Like, fuck it, you know. But yeah, that's it. Otherwise, like, I mean, work's just been working. Cruising has been cruising. Like, nothing really too specific. Like, I think the other funny thing that happened at work on Friday was like my manager, for some reason, like obviously I think I've mentioned to you guys before, like, just doesn't trust me at all. I don't know why. I think it's maybe because I'm younger on average than everyone else in my team. Yet I hold a position of power because I know everything, unfortunately for them. And like the other day she was like talking about like this just like this news website, and I told her, oh, I was actually featured in an article on one of those websites.
Oh shit.
And she was like, oh really? And it was, the article was like the new generation of graduates, and it was me. Like, my face was the article or some shit. And then she read it, and she was like, oh, she like, whole perspective change. And I was like, yeah, bitch. Like, I'm fucking goated. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not just a pretty face. You know what I mean? I'm nice with it too. So, yeah, that was fun. That was fun to kind of see her expression just completely like do a 180. And I'm like, yeah, like I'm nice with it. You know what I mean? So, yeah. That's been me pretty much. Todd alluded to it pretty much, but yeah, Treasure Cruise has been indeed treasure cruising. We're cruising into the One Piece Day celebration part 2, if you even want to call it that. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, what's the actual theme? Like versus clashing burning battles.
Clashing burning super battles versus Super Sugo Fest, I think is the.
Oh, what a mouthful!
I know, useless mouthful. Clashing burning. Where's the burning? You know what I'm saying? Where's the clashing? No one's clashing here. Like, fucking, you know. But I want to start off with the Kizuna. I know this is a really weird way to start off with things, but I want to start off with the Kizuna because I want to chat about the Hiyori skulls. That's the first thing.
Oh, that shit was dumb.
I was going to put it into the in other news section, but I feel like it's stupid enough of a thing that like it deserves a little bit of time to chat about it. Like, I don't know, Todd, if you want to just quickly break it down, like what kind of happened? Like, what went on?
So basically, the co-op, the Grand Feast Sugo Fest, where everyone could do co-op quests, accumulate the gems, and get the Hiyori character for free. That character super evolved in the latest Kizuna Clash, and in order to get the skulls, you had to accumulate them via Kizuna and get to box 7, and basically you get 1 from box 6.
Yep.
And there's 2 in box 7.
Yep.
But you basically have to get like the 2 skulls in box 7, which is a lot of tickets, honestly. Like, generically, you have to actually play a lot of Kizuna to get enough tickets to go all the way to box 7 and then get the 2 skulls in box 7. You get the final 2 skulls from just completing the missions with your alliance, so most people would have got that.
Yep.
But the issue is that it's not a super boss Kizuna.
Yep.
So the amount of tickets that you will acquire throughout this Kizuna Clash was significantly lower. And also the fact that, you know, they introduced this new legend that not a lot of people were really pulling for, that has like all these boosted ticket drops. So it was a weird event. I don't recall another Kizuna that was somewhat similar to this in terms of how much you had to grind to actually get all of the rewards out of it. Like, legit, I only got all of the skulls with like an hour left in the event.
Yeah.
And I played pretty consistently, and it was just the fact that I got super unlucky. I had to go to the last 10 in like 3 boxes. It was really bad.
Yeah, look, I think it was like, no, you're correct. I don't think it's ever happened in the same capacity as that before. Like, obviously, we've seen situations, and I think it is pretty common where it's like they have 2 skulls available on box 7, 1 skull available on box 6, etc., etc. But it was kind of the combination of I mean, even like, I was very, very lucky to pull the Whitebeard unit on the discounted multi on the Kuzuna, right? So
this guy,
I was very fortunate, but at the same time, I think I still did like 30 runs and like 50 or 60 assists to get enough tickets to get the skulls. Like,
and that's the thing, is like, for a lot of players, even if you just did as much as you possibly could just with your natural stamina, you did as many assists as you humanly could, that still might not even get you enough. Like, you legit had to use potions in order to get there.
And like, sure, they give you 3 potions, that's great, but like every potion averages like 56, I think it's 56 tokens. So it's like 150 tokens for 3 potions, which is like 7 runs. Like, like if we're gonna be honest with ourselves here, like 7 runs is generating you like 80 tickets at most, right? Which is just not enough. Like, and I think even I skipped box 1 like I always do. I skipped box 1 and box 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and like I had the legend. That's the annoying, like that's the weird part. Is like even having the character still required you to play the content, which sounds odd because like, you know, why would you not want to play the content, I suppose? But at the same time, it's like, this is not what we mean by playing the content, right? We mean like, we want to actually play like and enjoy it per se. But, and also then there's also the other problem of maybe some people were in situations where their alliance, or they're in a shitty alliance where they didn't get the clears. And as such, they just didn't get the skulls either. So that's also a possibility. And like, I would hate for that to be the case for people, but you can't put it past. There's definitely potential that that's a situation.
Yeah, it was a really, really bad Kizuna. It was a really awkward event. If it was a Super Kizuna, it wouldn't really be that big of an issue. But I mean, it still goes back to the fact that Kizuna really needs a big overhaul with its reward system.
Stop updating the bullshit ass TM. Like,
it gets updates like every like few months.
Every few months, TM gets another update because it's the cash cow, right? Like, it makes the money at the end. It makes the most consistent money, I should say, at the end of the day. But fuck off. Like, come on.
Yeah, we're kind of good. We're kind of
like,
good.
Okay, TM's fine. Like, it works. It's the gameplay loop's fine. It's time to start looking at new stuff, please. Like, that's what we want.
It's time to stop.
It pretty much is at this point, right? But here we are, you know. That's the Hiyori Skulls incident. Into another incident, which is the Legends, I suppose. Again, just for people that aren't aware, we're gonna do what we usually do when we read the Legends and not read them out verbatim, but just more so have a discussion on them.
Yeah.
I guess we'll start with Kuzan, because he's not the big guy here.
Ew, stinky.
Also, quickly, I don't want to make it a timestamp in the video, but the banner, trash. The banner's so bad, dude. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw what was rate boosted on part 1, but it was only part 1 only had 1 Super Suga Fest Legend rate boosted on it.
Or was it the yellow Luffy?
It was the Psy film red one? Luffy.
Yeah, that's right.
And he's trash. He's bad. Very bad.
He is not good.
He's the only rate boosted character. Sorry, rate boosted Super Suga Fest on part 1. So part 1 was
that character never had a time to shine at all.
No, I don't think so. Actually, I don't think he ever did.
Even on release, everyone was kind of like, "Oh, this unit's kind of weird."
It's kind of ass, bro. He had like final tap, and like he had a cool concept where I think it was like,
you basically every time you used a Straw Hat special, it fully charged him.
Yes, that's right. And like that's a great concept in reality, but in the grand scheme of things, I'm not using him, especially because it's Luffy. No. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, and then they released Gear 5, and then it's like, well, okay, there's literally no reason to have this other Luffy.
Absolutely right.
Either way,
what do you think about Kuzan?
Oh, I wish he was a lot better than what he was. Honestly, it should have been Beppo. Beppo should have been the unit.
Beppo being the Legend would have been sick. Actually, we're thinking about it.
I mean, it's cool that we're getting Beppo as the free to play unit, and he's not awful, to be honest. He's okay for a free to play unit.
Yeah, absolutely.
But oh man, Kuzan is such a stinker. Like, they could have done so much better with him. Like, he's not good. His whole kit is just a supporter unit for Law and Blackbeard. That's literally the only reason why he exists.
Yep.
His captain ability is kind of like it's like the whole batch has like this weird gimmick in their captain effect where whenever you launch a special, it checks your HP, and depending on how much HP you have remaining, it does a different effect.
Yes.
So Kuzan can either change all your slots into tandem and lock them, or he like can fully charge his special or something like that. So that's pretty neat. But his super type isn't great either.
Yep.
Just, I mean, it does remove special bind for the whole crew, which is okay, but you need 2 of the listed characters, or you can have captain swap activated. And obviously, if you abuse this with the Trafalgar Law, you can get some pretty cool stuff to activate in regards to that. And then the special ability is also just fine. Like, it's nothing broken or anything.
Yes.
And I guess we should probably say that Kuzan is not a Super Sugo Fest exclusive.
Yeah, normal legend, correct.
Yeah, normal legend. So I think I'll probably just pocket this Kuzan and get him, you know, in the future. I'm not going to pull for him on his Sugo Fest because this Sugo Fest sucks.
I think you've nailed it on the head there. Like, he is just very basic. You know, like, he's nothing special. Like, even using him, being somebody that has him and using him in Blitz, he feels like a shit captain. Like, you feel like you're doing no damage, even though these units have like 2x stat boosts and stuff as well. Like, you just feel like you're not doing any damage. Like for example, like, I guess it's a good segue into like versus Blackbeard, I suppose. I don't know if there's anything else on Kuzan you wanted to.
Not really. He's not even that good in Rumble either, to be honest. He's got a super tandem, and the super tandem's like not good either. Like, there's just a lot of his effects are just very, very mid.
He's a very like the art is cool.
Yeah,
he's all right.
That's acceptable.
That's it, I suppose. Like, it should have been Gart versus Kuzan. It should have been like a different legend here. Like, I would even take like a Van Auger legend. I don't know, like something cool, right. You know. Like, but I mean, I guess also like. Staying on Kuzan real quick, can we talk about how the Sugo-Fest is called Battle of Winter Island, yet Kuzan's part of the celebration?
Yeah, that doesn't make any fucking sense.
Like,
it really doesn't.
I don't know if he should be there. Like, in reality, right? So,
which is why it should have been either a Blackbeard pirate or it should have been Beppo.
Yeah. Also, I think it should have been like a Law pirate, because both the rare recruits are Blackbeard pirates. So, like, Law kind of gets like very minimal support, if anything, from this whole batch.
It's kind of like with the Luffy part, where Kaido is just kind of just chilling there. And then I guess it goes back to the fact that the quote unquote winner of the battle gets all the support.
Yes.
They get the action special. Yeah. They get the batch dedicated to them. Yeah. So if we can extrapolate that data to a potential part 3 with Shanks and
Kid,
and I mean, I'm fully expecting, if that does happen, then surely it's like a Dory Broggy dual legend, or like
I hope it's a Dory Broggy legend, and it's like Beckman and like Lucky Roo as the rare recruits or something like that. I don't know
how they do it, because I feel like if they do that, I feel like if they're going to do Shanks and it's going to be similar to the structure of these units, then like I feel like Shanks would be either cerebral or slasher focus, maybe, right?
He has to be, right?
But then like Beckman is not a really slasher focus, but then I wouldn't say Dory Broggy cerebral, so I don't know how they'd do it.
It's more powerhouse bullshit. I don't know, mate. Like, what is it? The other day I found out that I didn't even realize, but that Dex Rogers powerhouse.
Yeah,
I had no idea, because like we're trying to build teams for Blitz, and Roger removes the special bind, his captain ability.
Yes.
And then him also being powerhouse 2 makes it a really good captain to use for Blitz battle.
That's a good call.
And it's just like, what the fuck? He's powerhouse? What the hell? But yeah,
they just try to make him work with the 10th Annie units.
Yeah. All right.
But Blackbeard is a beast, though.
Blackbeard is. I'm shocked. I am genuinely shocked at how good Blackbeard actually is. Like, I'm perplexed.
Like, Blackbeard was one of those units when I first read him, I'm like, oh, that's like okay, it seems interesting, but when you actually use him, it's like, oh wait, no, this is actually pretty good.
It is a thesis though of a special.
Oh my god!
Ability. Like, Flame,
yeah, you're not wrong.
It's 3 screenshots for the special ability. That's hilarious. I don't know, Flame, if you've seen this thesis, Mal. I'm gonna post an image for you just to look at it. Don't even bother reading it, but just look.
So the special is like 2 screenshots, and then the captain ability is 3 full screenshots, just about.
Sorry, all the way around, but like,
you posted it.
Yes, yeah, there it is.
Oh.
So like it's very much the same thing. I think the shittest part about him is the fact that he's a base attack booster in his action special. Like,
that's a bit of a weird choice.
No one cares about base attack boost, even though like 3,000 base attack boost is kind of gangster. But I'm gonna say it once this episode: damage cap. is the thing, and like I don't know if it doesn't matter.
That was the other thing that I really hated about Blackbeard, because when I was trying to showcase with him, I was like saying, like he could potentially work with 10th anniversary Luffy, because he's like in Powerhouse.
Yep.
But 10th anniversary Luffy special can give you either an attack boost or a base attack boost, which is exactly what Blackbeard already does.
Yeah, so it just
like just severe overlap.
Yes, absolutely right. Like otherwise, like he has territory.
But Blackbeard has territory, yeah,
which is cool. I mean, he has a I mean, like he has territory. Like he's
base
special,
attack,
base attack,
attack boost.
Like
and then like he can also potentially health cut the enemy that goes through normal attacks only,
which is cool.
And then like the special ability doesn't do like a lot, but the thing is it's fine. Like the whole point of Blackbeard is to abuse his captain effect.
Yep.
That's the whole reason. And I feel like the way that the captain is, I feel like this is the type of captain that will age really well, so long as that the HP guard mechanic that he's introducing is as long as it stays like a really rare thing to make him like unique to this unit, then that's going to make it like worth coming back to, because there's so much content that Bandai releases that has like pain or burn or whatever, and if you can just completely bypass that with Blackbeard's effect, then that is a pretty big deal.
What is your opinion on this whole, like, if you have 4 powerhouse characters do this, and then if you have 6 characters do this extra? How do you feel about that overall?
I think I get why they do it, because they want you to abuse the territory mechanic. Because if you have the full team of powerhouse, then you get like the full use of territory. I get that. But with the captain ability, it is a little annoying, and it would have been better if all of them were just said if you had 4 for all of the effects. Because like sometimes you need like that one unit to be a bit flexible to do something else. And if you have one unit that is not powerhouse on your team, then you will never get access to the HP guard mechanic, which sucks. But then again, we may get characters in the future that allow you to type change your crew, like Zoro Sanji, to powerhouse. And if that's the case, then this Blackbeard,
I think,
just gets even more valuable.
Whitebeard, Kazuna Whitebeard does.
Oh yeah, he does do it.
So like that you can build through that, but like again, it's that. I agree. I think the elephant in the room here is obviously the HP guard. Is a crazy ability, I think.
Yeah, brand new mechanic that was introduced in 14.1, along with the territory mechanic itself,
and
but
weakness.
So and the weakness stuff, and we knew the HP guard was in the game because of like it was input in the game. We're like, oh, what the hell's this? And like no character had it, so it took them a while to implement it, but. Yeah, HP guard for Blackbeard, and basically anything that is not an enemy attack or a health cut, you just completely ignore all the damage of.
Yeah, absolutely right. And it's cooked because that includes rush. So you can
all the damage you take from rush, you ignore it all.
Exactly, which is great because it means that you can go and bink out all your rush taps. Which is awesome. But to be the pessimistic man I am, they have fucked this unit up. Like, this unit's whole rush thing is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Because it's so...
Yeah.
I get what they're trying to do. Obviously, that they want you to use... They want you to use Law as the first tap and Blackbeard as the 6th tap. But they could have done a better job of separating those out to be bespoke for both units. Because it is really poorly written. And the fact that you can do... Like, okay... Flame, here you go. Let me tell me what's wrong in this, right? Big Flem.
I'm listening.
Blackbeard is an int-driven powerhouse character, all right? So you have that information.
Okay.
So if you tap with him on the first tap of Rush, he does all the Rush shenanigans, and on the final tap, he boosts the attack of striker characters.
Bruh.
So I don't know where the wrong thing is there. I don't know if you can point it out for me, but like,
I love it when my powerhouse focused unit boosts striker units.
It just doesn't make any sense. The fact that you can still do the rush with Blackbeard on the first tap and then just boost strikers makes no sense at all. And like, could you finagle it? I mean, sure, like most likely, but like the best part about it is that the rush condition, the requirement is 5 striker or powerhouse characters on the crew, not including self. So like,
what the fuck?
It's so like, it's like one of the worst rush designs like in the game because it just doesn't make any sense. Like they should have done a better job. And I think like because this is like the first versus unit that has one of the gold potential abilities that is the same, they probably didn't know how to do it properly, which I mean isn't an excuse, of course. But at the same time, like it just is it's just a bit silly. Like you're not going to use this guy on the first tap. You're not going to use Law on the last. I mean, you actually could use Law on the sixth one, actually, in reality.
Yeah, you can still for Law.
But like, Blackbeard on the first, just like you get a bunch of chain up, but you get the attack boost is wasted. You have a bunch of striker, unless you can get a bunch of striker powerhouse characters, which I don't think there are many that are good. So, you know, you're gonna have to take that with a grain of salt.
Oh yeah, the new Kuzan.
Oh, there we go. Now he is cooking. Yeah.
But yeah, the rush is a bit of a stinker. They basically want you to use Law as the first tap, and then Blackbeard is Blackbeard is the final tap, because also Blackbeard in his captain effect has a bunch of like subsidiary effects that are like, if this condition is met, boost Blackbeard's own attack by 1.1.
Exactly right.
And like, I think if you get everything completely maxed out all on Blackbeard, I think it's like it's over 7.6 times or something.
I think it's like 764. I think someone was saying the other day.
Like that's crazy.
That's cool. With rush, like as well.
Yeah,
and being able to hit all your perfects as well, like
up against a side boss, this Blackbeard's gonna go crazy.
Like the 1 trillion damage will be well and truly hit, like very very comfortably at that.
Yeah.
What about Rumble?
And one thing I will say though is that in this celebration, like versus units have always had one major problem, and that is that their versus effects have usually always fucking sucked, and their conditions have sucked as well.
Yep.
But the versus units in the celebration, like all of their conditions are fantastic, and their activations effect is amazing as well. So Blackbeard's is great, it being a health cut for the crew, which makes sense with Blackbeard's effect. Removing resilience is kind of a neat one too. I mean, I would have just preferred end of turn damage, but resilience is also fine.
Yep.
And then the chain boost 1.7, one of the biggest chain boosts in the game, can't be removed by the enemy because it's a versus effect, and then a full border matching slots. Like, can't really complain about that.
No, absolutely right. I think I think the versus effect has been the coolest part. You know, like the fact that they're actually like achievable, and like you can actually get them as opposed to being like, get 17 Wano slots. You're like, where the fuck am I going to?
I mean, it's crazy because like in some instances, I mean, probably in most instances, honestly, like. This versus effect is easier to charge than Kaido vs Luffy.
Absolutely.
You just have to use specials and wait for turns to pass. And especially because of the way that like Blackbeard's batch works, it's very easy to get that versus effect to activate.
Kuzan like 7 times in the quest. Like, you know, his special just keeps coming back. So it's very achievable, which I think is awesome. What do you think about the Rumble kit for Blackbeard? This is the interesting part. The Rumble kits.
I have absolutely loved using Blackbeard's Rumble. I think he is a very good choice in the meta right now, because even though he doesn't give buffs to your crew, for those who don't know, he doesn't give buffs to your crew, but instead he basically debuffs your opponents by a shitload.
Yeah. And
like a lot of people saying, oh, he doesn't buff my own crew, why would I use him? Well, you just got to think like, instead of just buffing your crew, he's just minusing them off the opponent. And the stuff that he does is really, really good. Like he does, I'm trying to pull it up now in terms of what he does. Do you have it up?
Fighter Slasher, Powerhouse Cerebral enemies, speed down 7, all enemies attack down 7, and then when there's 5 or more Powerhouse characters are on the team, so I think that means on your team, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yep, so all enemies get defense down 7, special CT speed down 3, and then he gives himself special CT up 10 for the first 20 seconds. So you get...
And that's like...
It's cool.
That's also... That's 5 or more powerhouse, which means that like it counts himself as well. So you just need 4 other powerhouse.
Yes, like it's
cool. Not too hard.
7 speed, 7 attack, 7 defense down, and 3 speed down. Special CT speed down.
Yeah, like you basically account... You basically account that as like, imagine that as buffs for your crew, but instead it's just inflicted on the opponent.
Like, it's great.
He's really good. He makes it your team stronger because he's debuffing their attack. He makes your team stronger again because he's debuffing their defense. Makes them harder to get up the order with the speed reduction. Like he's just like, and then he's got the special as well, which I think
cooked. His special's cooked.
Dude, like damage over time has never been a good gimmick in
It's so
Rumble
amazing now.
ever.
It's so good now.
But this guy says Bink 25 CT level 10 damage over time. The best damage over time. I think level 10 is literally the highest you can go for damage over time.
Yeah, I think so.
And like I was using this and I was getting like hits of like 10,000 damage on opponents.
It's messed up. For dot damage,
it's
messed
so
up.
good.
Like it's so messed up.
He's very, very good. And he can very good in Rumble with 10th anniversary Luffy.
Yep.
You could even chuck on S-Hulk if you got him, even though it's not Powerhouse. Moria, Gecko Moria, and then there's Dory and Broggy. Like
in Powerhouse, come back. You know, like it's a time. You know, like he's special reducing attack down further. He's like, he does the dot. He does what is it? 3 enemies with high current HP for 100% chance to make healing amount to 0, that's crazy as well. By the way, I think that's kind of like it's a niche, like kind of debuff, but I think it's still very good. And then dot damage level 10, and then also special CT delay as well, which is like really good. You know, like that's just great. Like overall, like very positive. I don't know about his GP stuff. I mean,
oh no, they're bad in GP.
Okay, great. Moving on from that. That makes our life a lot easier. All right, how would you rate? I mean, I'm not going to give a rating to Kuzan because he can just hold that for like a.
Kuzan's stinky.
How would you rate? Blackbeard?
Oh, it's tough. It's tough. I'd probably give him like high 8s. Or like
I think so.
I'd probably max out at 9. I probably wouldn't go above 9 because I think that he has issues. He's not going to be good in all pieces of content, and his base cooldown in normal content is like 17. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, and no cooldown.
And he doesn't have cooldown. No cooldown.
Yep, it's great.
So he's not perfect, but if you account for the fact, like if you're in content where he gets cooldown at the start and he's good to go, he's a beast. He's amazing.
Yeah, I agree.
So I'd say 9 is like the ceiling for him.
Yeah, no, I agree, 100%. All right, and then I guess to his counterpart we have Law. What's the vibe with Law?
Man, Law really brings down this unit.
He does. He really does.
I tried showcasing this guy, and the thing is every time I was using Law in content, I just kept thinking to myself, why am I using Law as a captain when I legitimately could just use like Uta, into Uta? He's just a better striker captain in almost every way.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just disappointing. Like he's not bad.
Yes.
I mean, he's not like the worst Super Sugo you've ever seen, but so with Blackbeard having the unique HP guard mechanic, which is actually useful in a lot of content, Law just has the HP. So if you use a special based on your HP, he basically adds damage to your final tap for the next striker unit. And the thing is, Law, I think, does have some potential in high damage content like Super Boss Kizuna.
Mm-hmm.
I think he could definitely be a good option for that, especially that we have access to one of the hardest hitting striker characters in the game in Dual Yamato.
Yep, absolutely right.
And especially because he's got Rush as well, and then you can do the final tap with Yamato. Yep. Like, yeah, Mono Striker seems pretty good, but of course, Yamato's only really going to work if you can go up against, a strength enemy or a quick enemy. Yep. So, yeah, that's where I kind of feel with it. I think the only real use case for this guy in normal content is going to be high damage content. He doesn't have a lot of gimmick removal either, so that can also kind of bring him down. He does resist despair in his captain, which is neat.
Yeah.
And his special ability can also set defense to 0 that goes through immunity to status effects, which I also think is very good. The one thing I will say that after using him in content and I was perplexed, I don't understand why he has this effect, is that when you use his special and you have a full team of strikers, he swaps the middle right position to the captain and then gives that character 20 turns of charge. But it's not optional. You have to do it. When they've shown before that characters that have captain swap mechanics can be optional. So that can really screw up team building, honestly.
I have no idea why. I actually don't.
Yeah.
Like I'm perplexed at that too. Like
that doesn't make sense.
I think what is it in his versus effect? You can remove it. I think it is. You can remove the captain swap, which is like okay, but like.
But sometimes you want to save the versus effect for like a different scenario, or like you want to use it earlier on in the content for something.
Because the versus effect removes debuff.
It removes paralysis, gives you matching slots as well.
Exactly. So it's like.
Yeah,
I don't.
Law was not designed very well.
I don't know, like especially because like it's a middle right. Like,
yep.
I'm sure for some content, the upcoming Kazuna or some shit, it's gonna be like very positive for that. I don't know.
If they allowed you to select which character got
be
swapped,
fine.
I would be way more okay with it. But the thing is, sometimes you have to build your team in certain positions for reasons, and that can really screw up your team building.
Yep, absolutely right. Like, middle right is so particular. Like, what if middle right gets binded? You know, hypothetically, right. You know, all right, well now, I'm swapping in a binded captain if I want to use Law special. And then simultaneously, like, okay, cool, it charges their special by 20 turns. That's fantastic. But, like, I don't know in how many situations you're going to be popping Law special, moving middle right into captain, getting their special recharged or charged up, popping their special, then having Law's versus special active again to remove them from captain, and, you know, so on and so on and so on.
I mean, I will say though that I can already imagine it in like high damage content, like being able to fully charge another character special to go again. That has crazy potential to go off. But yeah, that's why I only see it really being used in Kizuna. Outside of that, I just don't see this character being used all that much. Like, as I said, like, I would much rather use Uta. Even Uta has a weaker multiplier in her captain. Mm-hmm. She just provides way more for your crew, for your striker squad, compared to what Law does.
Is Tandem Nami a striker? She is. Okay, there you go. Use this unit with her. Get her special overcharged. So she does more chain, more base attack. Good tandem.
Yeah, that's a good call.
I think Law might be in her tandem as well.
Ooh, that's a good shout. I don't know if he is.
No,
if
he's not. But Luffy's,
that would have been amazing.
Yeah, you still got Straw Hats, you got Yamato there anyway. So if you want to build that striker team out with Yamato, I mean, you have Rush, you have Tandem, you have Final Tap. Like, it still would work. I mean, sure, but like, I mean, like, I don't care. like it's not good. It's gonna be gimmicky and it's gonna be cool for like one bit of content, and
You know what it is as well is because you can use that Nami to give the paralysis conditional, and then the exchange ace can double stack conditionals because of striker.
Now we've
so that ace, Yamato, Nami, Law. That's the squad right there.
What about Quick Robin? Is Quick Robin?
You need a cerebral. He is cerebral. And you want to run mono strikers with Law, so.
Oh, she isn't striker. That's right. She's free spirit cerebral. Odd. Okay. What about Rumble? What's the vibe there? This guy is once again he's an anti-Andy. You know, last time it was fucking about with what was it, like powerhouse units? Now it's with his Wano Law was like powerhouse, I think it was.
Yeah, Wano Law was driven powerhouse.
And now he fucks off slashes entirely, which is very interesting.
Yeah, that's a good thing that he does that, but I like what they're doing. They're trying to get more anti-slasher stuff because I think slashes are way too good right now.
Broken.
Yeah, I get what they're trying to do, but the issue that I have with him is that strikers I don't think are fast enough to compete with slashers yet. Slashers are able to launch their specials so quickly. Not saying that
mistake.
Yeah, S-Hawk definitely is a mistake. I'm not saying that this team with striker with Law is not capable of killing slashers. It definitely is, but it's not perfect enough yet where it's like, you know, guaranteed just run this team, you can always beat slashers. It's not quite that. Mm-hmm. You can definitely die pretty easily still. But Law's special in Rumble is really, really good. If you can get this effect to pop off, it nerfs the whole slasher squad completely. So it gives a bunch of attack, 2 high defense characters, 40% health cut, and then 5,000 damage. That's going to do a crap load of damage to those targets. And then also targets all slasher enemies for 80% chance of action bind and 80% chance of special bind. Now, a lot of people complain about the fact that it's not 100% chance, and I think if it was 100% chance, it would be a little too good. Mm-hmm. So it does give them a window to still, you know, break out of that. But the cool thing about it is because I don't know many characters in the game that can both resist action bind and special bind. Yeah. So in a lot of instances, this will like guarantee
one or the other.
The whole team will be hit and they can't do damage to you, which is
exactly
the big
right.
thing.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
I think he's good. I think
strong.
He's fun. Like, I think again, it's that kind of situation where there's still a couple more pieces of the puzzle that you kind of want or need. And then once you kind of get those in, like, you know, you build out Rumble is still a very interesting mode as a whole. Like, it kind of is this, like, perpetual, like, the meta shifts from time to time, but, like, obviously, the more units that get introduced, like, the more robust the teams become as well, which is which is kind of cool in a sense as well.
I mean, the reward system in Rumble needs updating as well, to be fair.
It's fucking dog shit, dude.
It's bad.
Oh, all right. Lore out of 10.
I'd give him probably like a 7 at the moment.
Yep.
But again, we could re-explore this, and like we all devalue him right now, but then something will come out in the future which absolutely breaks him, and he becomes like one of the best characters in the game.
Needs to be in the captain slot, and you're like, oh, Law, he's the man for the job. I hear, but I think so. I think this doesn't need to be a section in the show, but like, I don't think these guys break top 5.
No, they don't.
I don't think any of the One Piece Day units break top 5.
Nah, Luffy Kaido is the best out of them so far, but they're not quite top 5 in my opinion. Luffy's pretty close. I mean, he does a lot of cool stuff, but it's hard to say. I wouldn't put them top 5 personally. I still need to do my tier list. I forgot about that.
Oh shit, true. There you go. That's something to do today.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think that they're top 5 quite yet, but they're pretty close. I mean, like Luffy Kaido, but Law and Blackbeard, they're not, unfortunately, just because I feel like Law drags it down too much.
I think my top
Unless
5,
if you separate them, then yeah, that could be different.
I think my top 5 right now is like Zoro, in no order. It's like Zoro Sanji, Yamato, Gear 5, potentially both versions of Gear 5 are in the top 5. Maybe just I don't know, Gear 5. I don't know about the other two though.
So you put Yamato all the way up there. I mean, think the character has been getting a lot of value, a lot of use recently.
That Yamato is incredible. Like, not only does she do debuff removal, but the final tap alone is cracked. Like, the thing is, though, good.
Would Yamato be as good if Zoro Sanji didn't exist? Dual Yamato.
That's a great question. I think for me, if we were to do the award show right now, I would say Zoro Sanji is the best legend in the game. I genuinely would. I would vote Zoro Sanji the best legend in the game. I think they opened the door for so much, and then their swap is cracked, their special is cracked, and then their super tandem is nuts. Like, it's just so accessible.
I absolutely love that. I don't know what they were smoking. The same guy that made Zoro Sanji is the same guy that did S-Hawk.
Absolutely. That guy needs to be given a raise and, done to make
that
more
guy's
units.
Insane.
That guy's cracked as fuck. Because, like,
I will say, another character that I think a lot of people overlook that is released this year.
If you tell me Usai again, I'm going to slap you.
No. Something that's released this year.
Oh, okay.
Super overlooked character. It's probably my favorite legend that's released this year, if you don't count the New Year's ones. Cross Guild.
Yeah, man. Cross Guild's dope.
Dude,
Cross
Guild goes off. I mean, and people like using the fact that and then the teams that people come up with in the Kizuna stuff, where you can have like Yamato captain with friend Ace, Zoro Sanji Cross Guild.
Done.
The fact that you can synergize, make a full free spirit slasher team, and like you get like the set target status, the class change, that combo is literally insane. It's the amount of damage you get with just those 4 units is so insane.
I think I was mentioning like a previous episode. Fuck Stump, by the way, but like the fact that he had like his final type Yamato did like 5 or 6 trillion damage alone, with just one tap, is just like ridiculous, right? Like, I think so. I think I low key like I would even say things like Dex Rogers in conversation for top 5 for me, man.
Dude, he's really freaking good.
Like, he's so
consistently
good. And
consistently
I think low key as well, like Rush Ace, I clowned on him a lot. Because I was like, why the fuck are they releasing Ace in this celebration? It makes no sense to me. But I'm like, wait, hold on, he's cooking. Like the units.
Dude,
I think it's actually funny. I think this year's award show, there is no guaranteed, like, there's no out and out best legend of the year. Like last year we had, I think it was Gear 5, even though Nami kind of deserved it, but Gear 5 obviously was cracked.
Well, I think right now Zoro Sanji definitely is, right?
I think so, but I think it's debatable. I think a lot of people might not put Zoro Sanji as the best. I don't know. I think so, though.
I feel like they're clear cut number 1 at the moment, and then like after that, then I feel like there's a bit of a debate.
2 through 5, yeah.
I just feel like Zoro Sanji enable all the other characters to be super busted. So like if you did take Zoro Sanji out, I really couldn't tell you what the next one
See,
after that would be.
The funny part is like this is what Bandai always does. The first time they release a mechanic, it's either done really poorly or it's cracked. Like the fact that they class change the entire crew outright doesn't matter. Like they just have to be in dual form to change both classes is fucked. It's so and we haven't seen it again though from that point onwards.
And their Switch and Super Switch are insane.
Yeah, fucking bro, using them in co-op is a joke. Like,
and they're special, like also getting rid of all those defensive effects.
It's nuts. Like,
and
it's so broken.
I mean, the only thing that's bad about them is their captain ability. Their captain ability is so bad, but everything else is amazing.
Absolutely right. And it's like you don't even use these guys as captain anyway, mate. You know, like
right. That's right. I mean, dual units as captain is kind of
EX is usable as a sailor as well.
Yeah, dude. Like, and their super tandem is great.
Mate, why are we talking about anything else? Why don't we just talk about Zoro Sanji for 2 hours? Like, you know,
right.
Fucking,
this is the Zoro Sanji show.
These units are trash. You know what I mean? Fuck these guys. These guys are ass, bro. I did put down like PKA versus Beppo and then the Blitz. I don't know if we just want to have like a little chat about like the content, I suppose. Like, how have you found the Beppo PKA? How have you found Blitz so far, I suppose?
The Beppo PKA is actually, like, I mean, I say this because I pulled a bunch of the units, but it was actually really easy to team build for the Beppo PKA because Blackbeard literally carried the whole event.
Yeah, he's great.
Pretty much.
Absolutely.
I mean, it was the core of like Blackbeard friend captain, the ace that we got last month. Amazing. Along with the
Hody support, man. Holy
yes,
shit,
sir.
That is gas, dude. That is so
Hody
good.
support goes off. Yeah, shout out to Hody for the one time.
I think the team that I'm running now is like, because the Arlong drops off after like level 100 because it's 3 turns of special reverse. So I'm just I'm using Arlong crew instead. And then what I'm doing, I'm using some cheeky setup where it's like I'm using the level 12 Merry-Go, because that Mary removes 1 turn of bind and despair, and then innately they remove 1 turn of bind and despair, so it just all perfectly works out like as a whole. Like it works really well. But yeah, I agree. I think the last 2 PKAs, and obviously grain of salt, we have the units. So like, you know, even like the last PKA, I think Stump again made a great point. Like Jinbei having just 1 legend makes PKA so much more straightforward. Because having Jinbei just dealt with everything. It was fair. Running him as a friend captain was dope.
Yeah.
And then this
the free to play
Hody,
and then like the free to play Arlong, and then the Jinbei friend basically cleared that whole last event pretty much.
You know, and then this PKA seems a little bit more straightforward. Like it can be a bit finicky, but like
it's a little clunky, but like it's not super difficult.
Like it's fine. Yeah. You know, I mean, it works out right at the end of the day. So that's positive. How do you feel about Blitz though? I know you wanted to chat about Blitz.
Yeah, this is something I wanted to bring up. So a lot of people are jumping back into the celebration because like, oh, you new hype Super Sugo units. Let's jump back and play. And the thing is all these people that are coming back to play, they're like picking up these new units, and even though they may have like all the new units, they're still like struggling to beat the content. Man. And even if you just pull the legend but you don't get the rare recruits, you kind of screwed still.
Yep.
And that's the thing is like, after going, like, I just reflected because I went back to Dokkan during their recent celebration, and I hadn't played Dokkan in like 3+ years, but the fact that I could still log on, pull the new unit with nothing else, and just stomp every content. Like, you just can't do that with Treasure Cruise. And that's part of the reason why Treasure Cruise is not able to acquire new players.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel like that's one of the big issues is they continuously release new gimmicks. They make content more difficult. And I just feel like Treasure Cruise is going in the wrong direction in that regard. Yeah. I would prefer the game to be more easy. And then, just release more Grand Voyage stuff that is super dedicated for the hardcore players. But they should just release the content and make it really easy.
Yeah, man.
Because that would allow more players to get into the game, acquire these new characters, like make Treasure Map way easier. Treasure Map should not be as difficult as it is.
Treasure Map's cooked.
Yeah, TM is ridiculous. Even the latest Kizuna was a little tricky to build for. Yeah, dude, that was just one thing that was like super glaring, and one thing that really came to mind straight away was just after I was like going back to Dokkan and seeing the difference between Treasure Cruise and Dokkan. Like, Dokkan is just a game that can capture the casual so much easier than what Treasure Cruise can.
I mean, everything you've said is 100% correct. Like, I think even like for this so I pulled both legends. So I have double Kuzan, I have Blackbeard, I have Burgess. I don't have Van Orga, and the workaround for not having Van Orga is that I have to run. Basically, I'm running Beppo for a 6th powerhouse unit, and like having to run supports and this and that. Like, I'm running the Gil Tesoro ship at level 12 to get rid of the attack down, and then to give you bind removal, and then running supports, and then I'm running like I think it's the Miss Merry Christmas and Mr. Four, like the baseball Donny. That quick support, I think it's Miss Merry. Is it Miss Merry Christmas? Yeah, Mr. Four, Miss Merry Christmas support unit to remove another turn of bind because Kuzan gives an orb boost, like all these finicky things, and I have like 90% of the units, the new units, you know, like it's cool.
I don't know where you're using your specials or anything, but I will say that I'm not removing the bind when I get to the final stage.
I realize you don't need to.
Yeah, you
like
don't
in
really
reality.
need to.
But like, what is it? I think I don't even want to get into it at this point. It's not even worth it. But like, you know, like it's just like Burgess and Kuzan on stage 3. Then it's Kuzan EX, Kaido, Kuzan on stage 4. And then on stage 5, it's like Kuzan, Kuzan, EX, Kuzan, Blackbeard versus ability, Kuzan again. You know, so you're right. You don't even have to remove the fucking bind at this point. But it's like, it is just, it's ridiculous. And I think you've nailed it on the head. Like, I think, like, I mean, and I guess it kind of leads into, like, the whole, like, everyone's like, oh, EOS. Like, I'm not saying that we're gonna get EOS. Like, no way. I don't think we are, like, in the next couple years. I mean, I'd be pretty confident saying that. I mean, obviously,
I doubt it.
Who knows, right? In reality. But, like, I do think, though, that if they want to keep the game afloat, something needs to change in accessibility. Because the game is inaccessible. Like, even for people like me who like have like play the game every day, it's still like challenging to like even like, you know, for example, like even like sending the photo of the unit to Flame, like him reading that is like, what the fuck is going on, right? Like, it's those kinds of things. Like, even like the other day, Ryoiin joined the stream and he's like, what the fuck is this flag shit? We playing OPBR, like, you know, for like the territories and stuff, right? It's just like, there's so much stuff that gets added, which is awesome. New mechanics is always a fun aspect of it, but like, it makes adding more spices to the dish won't make it taste better. You know, like, it's consistently adding more things to the game doesn't necessarily make the game as a whole more of an enjoyable experience. And there has to be a balance struck at some point where like they understand that access, and even like playing the 20 stamp version is still fucking hard for a lot of people. Yeah. It's not easy you can't just build a team and clear it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the problem as well. So you are right. There's something needs to give in terms of accessibility at some point. Like, if they want to keep the game, you know, maintaining at a good cadence for sure. The last thing I want to get into before we kind of predict our part 3 of the celebration is S-Bear. Big old S-Bear. Random little, not random. Like, I think we kind of predicted it. Everyone kind of knew it was going to happen, but he is the upcoming Rumble legend in like 2 days. I think he comes out from the time we're recording this. I don't know if you've had much time to read what he does, but what are your thoughts on S-Bear?
I actually really, really like what they've done with this character. Despite him being a Rumble legend, he doesn't get access to super type, super class, so that obviously sucks. We hate that. But he, in normal content, he might see some kind of niche usages. Being able to manipulate super bomb slots, I think, is really, really cool. And orb boost for shooter and powerhouse for multiple turns is great.
Yep.
The effect where you need either a Kuma or a Sentomaru as a support or on your crew, I feel like that is kind of difficult. Unless if there are the Kuma or Sentomarus that can actually attach to him, but it's kind of whatever. But he's cool. He's a cool unit in terms of normal content. It's just like S-Hawk. S-Hawk is actually not terrible in normal content.
Dude. He's all right.
Yeah, like paralysis and special bind removal is actually pretty good. And then the effect like V1 Mihawk based on the damage you dealt in the previous turn, you do like damage to the opponent. Like that's pretty cool. And in Rumble though, I would love to get this guy just to test out the Sai Shooter squad because
man,
I think it has potential with this guy.
he's gonna
He's
do
special
bits.
being able to do a large frontal damage of 3.75, which is pretty decent damage. And then if you have no int characters on your squad, he targets one enemy with high special CT for a 100% chance of forcing them out for 15 seconds. That's a really good special, especially when it's on a 20-second CT.
Yeah, cooked.
Brother.
Yeah, and also 15-second force out is nuts as well. Like I know, and like this is like the second unit that can do force out, right? I think that's the.
Yeah, it's just the Luffy, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And also the fucked part of this unit is his resistance completely evades forced out, which is fucking dope as shit. Like that's gonna hold value for a very long time. Like being able to evade force out, like especially because like I think force out is the most cracked ability in Rumble at the moment. Like the amount of times that like you have Luffy, he forces out 3 units, you kill the other like 5 units in the team, and then those units don't even get to come back, and you just win.
Nope.
Like it's great, you know. Like it's a very like broken mechanic, and the fact that he can just outright evade it entirely, like it's really positive.
And the cool thing about this guy as well is that there's already like a pretty good solid team foundation for him as well.
Yeah.
Like Sai Shooter's actually really good. You get access to the Tandem Ace. You've got V2 Kuzan. You've even got Legend Chopper 6+, Rebecca Toy Soldier.
I think Sai Uta ain't bad as well, I believe.
Sai Uta's great. Yeah. I mean Borsalino if you want to go down that route. So Sai Shooter is very, very good. So yeah, there's a good team for him already, and if we ever get more Sai Shooters in the future, be on the lookout because, yeah, I think SP is gonna be good.
Am I reading it wrong? Is it meant to be Sai and Shooter, or is it Sai Shooter characters? Like it has to be both of them.
I believe the way that it's worded, it has to be this. It has to be both.
Okay, because if it's
it
not
has to be a
both,
shooter
then
character
it's
that's
broken.
also Sai.
If it's not both, then he's cracked. Like
I think it's just worded. It says Sai type / shooter. It's not like Sai teammates, Sai type teammates. It's like Sai type shooters. So
yeah, in game it says Sai type / class teammates. Yeah, right. Okay.
And even like 6+ Boa Hancock that came out recently, you could use that if you wanted to.
Yeah, true. So there is room. There's a lot of room there for this unit to like flourish, and like on a 20 CT as well. Like he's cracked, and also just 20 cost. So like fuck it, put him on the bench.
Exactly.
You know, like, put him on the bench. Just have no int units on the team. Put him on the bench. Like he's still gonna be broken as fuck. You know what I mean?
And even like if you're running a shooter squad, you could still like run other good shooters. Like Raizo and Shinobu is still pretty good.
Yeah, dude.
The Borsalino rare recruit from Film Red. If I've got him maxed out at 150, and that dude hits freaking hard. He's a good ass Rumble rare recruit. And even if you're not running a shooter team, you can still run him out on the team, and he is self-sufficient. As long as you're not running int characters,
you're fine.
His special ability will still pop off. But this guy by himself, he's self-sufficient for himself, and he's special on such a low CT. He's going to be good on any team to guarantee a force out on something.
Great bench unit.
Really good.
My one annoyance is that the banner. Why the fuck is Gaban, Toy Soldier, Rebecca, and Smoothie rate boosted when we literally got them all for free via the panel missions, in which the panel missions are still available?
Yeah, that
like,
makes no sense.
It's not a problem. I get that, but at the same time, it's like, ugh. Like, sure, you could have put like that Kizaru that you mentioned, right? Like they have Legend Kizaru there, but that Kizaru that you mentioned could have been put there. And like there are other Sai / shooter characters that are like even like the Zoro's rate boosted. Why is he rate boosted? Because he's a Sai unit, not a shooter unit. Sorry, like Rise of Shinobu being rate boosted is kind of dope as well. Though I'll be honest with you. Like,
they haven't been back in a while.
I probably will chuck like at least 5 multis on this banner, but after the after
just wait to see if there's a part 3.
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely right. Because it starts on the 31st PST, so tomorrow, as we're recording this.
So news time today, we'll get it.
We'll get the info news time today. Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Cool. That's that. I guess, Flame's been slumbering for a while, so he can join us in this last moment of what do we predict is going to be part 3? What's the prediction?
Man, I don't even know at this point. It's like it's like so like I think I don't remember if I said it last episode, but I feel like they drop these crazy units like offbeat. Like these are units like I feel like should have been came out.
Yeah, Luffy vs Kaido should have existed ages ago. That should
like,
should have been the end of the celebration for Wano. Luffy vs Kaido.
Yeah, the Blackbeard versus Law, that should have been a previous big celebration as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know, man. It could be Shanks Kid, it could be Garp, Kuzan. I mean, I don't think they're gonna drop another Kuzan. That'd be weird.
Yeah,
probably not.
So that's probably out of the picture. They might go really left field, drop a G5 Lucci, which that would make me rage because it took so long.
That would be really bad.
Oh my!
Yeah,
don't
I mean, like
say that,
it would be cool, but it's just like, bro, why now? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Don't even say that. Ugh.
It might be New Year's. Let's be real.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be basic. I'll say Shanks Kid.
I think it's Shanks Kid.
Shocked. I would be so shocked if it's something else.
I think Shanks Kid makes the most sense, like just purely
really
because
does.
of how the other two units have released, and I think as you mentioned, Todd, as well, like how the winner, like every one of these fights, the winner gets like the better half of the deal of the unit, I suppose, too, and also because it's a quote unquote versus celebration. But what annoys me about Shanks versus Kid is obviously we've recently had a Shanks Legend release, but B, Final Type Kid is still sat there without a 6+. Like,
True.
Like it would be. I don't even remember, but Halloween Shanks doesn't have a 6+. Like they could very easily 6+ Halloween Shanks and then 6+ Final Type Kid, and then there's celebration, and then release some other cool unit instead. But I doubt. Just by the way that things have been tracking, I think it's going to be a Shanks versus Kid for part 3 of this.
Unless if they do Shanks solo legend and then just do the 6+ of Kid.
Another Shanks solo legend would be fucking.
I doubt that. I mean, considering it's called like the versus unit celebration, it has to be a versus unit at this point.
Absolutely right.
I mean, what other big fights, big clashes can you think of that have not been represented yet?
I mean,
that would actually make sense with the units that have come out so far.
Like, genuinely,
I can't think of
like it makes sense for it to be Shanks versus Kid, which is
because
cool.
we've already had a Whitebeard in this celebration. We've had already a Kuzan. That's because I think like a Sakazuki versus Kuzan eventually would be a cool versus unit, but because we just had Kuzan.
They're gonna drop Law and Kid versus Big Mom. Imagine.
Oh my fucking god,
bro! Yeah, back to Wano we go. Another Sanji versus Queen. Let's go.
I mean, remember when everyone predicted Sanji versus Queen, Zoro versus King for the celebration as well? Just like fucking full fuck it up.
Yeah, that would have been peak, bro.
that would have been fucking peak. I would have jumped on the EOS train at that point, mate. Fuck me, like, you know. Look, yeah, I think Shanks versus Kid's the shoe in here.
That makes the most sense.
It is interesting because I'm pretty confident that they're going to be on the TM banner again.
That would make sense, right?
Because I think the gem sale ends on September 13th, 1900 PST, which means the TM banner will generally drop around then. And I think TM's on the 17th of September PST. So
I'm looking it up right now.
It is frustrating though, because like Kizuna, it'd have been cooler if one of these was the Kizuna banner instead of us getting some fucking random ass Whitebeard trash. But
wait, hang on a second. The treasure map starts September 11th.
Yeah, I don't want to say that. That's cooked.
So then, if the gem sale finishes September 13th,
isn't that early? Isn't that early as shit for a TM?
Yeah, that is really early because then the Kizuna clash is September 17th.
It's Super Boss Kizuna then, 100%.
Oh yeah, it has to be.
Hold on, let me see here.
So unless if they're gonna give us a random TM banner and then Shanks Kid as the Kizuna.
Please no fucking random ass TM banner.
What did they do for the Gear 5 celebration last year? Or the yeah, that's what I meant to say. Yeah, the Gear 5. Because it was Kaido and Kanjuro, right? But yes. Was there like did we get something before Kaido and Kanjuro?
Let me see. I'm trying to find.
Or was it just one Big Mom?
Luffy and Momo released the 5th of August. Reiju was the Kizuna on the 16th. Then you had Law, Kid, and Big Mom on the 25th of August.
Yep.
And then Kaido released on the 16th of September with Kanjuro. So I think
so it'll be the Kizuna banner.
Yeah, Law and Kid and Big Mom were good for TM, I think, last time, if I remember correctly. So,
what was the TM banner? I don't
I
remember
don't think there was a
TM
TM banner.
for-
If I remember correctly, I don't think there was a TM banner.
You don't think there was?
I don't think so. I'm pretty confident there
What's
wasn't.
let me just
There's no. Oh no,
digging.
there were rare recruits. There were rare. It was the Sai Zoro and the Sai Sanji. There were 2 rare recruits that worked with Gear 5 as well. There were 2 rare recruits.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be shocked if you got rare recruits for Law versus Law then.
Might be like Sachi Penguin and then Akugan. I mean, we just got those fucking dudes
literally just got
with
them,
that.
which is fucked.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah,
or it
so
could be Kaido batch stuff as well. Who knows?
The gem sale ends September 13th, 1859 PST. So the next banner will be September 14th. So yeah, it will be Kazuna banner then, 100%.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, that works. Yeah, interesting.
Will we get a TM legend?
Oh, no. Please no. No Bandai.
Yeah,
sir.
no, we're good. We're good.
No more fucking legends, you schmucks. Fuck me. All right, that's that. Cool. All right, now you can move on to some fun stuff. Starting with Black Myth. Good old Black Myth Wukong. I know you guys mentioned in the pre-ep you haven't really you haven't got too deep into the game, but you know, what's the vibe like for you two at the moment?
I was gonna say before we went like completely off like Treasure Cruise, did you talk about that fucking letter?
Oh, I'm leaving it for other news.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't even deserve the fucking time to be in a full section. He doesn't fucking deserve it, dude. Yeah, how's Black Myth been?
So I've played in total, I think like 5 or 6 hours, but like 3 play sessions. I played the first night and the day after it came out, and then I played yesterday. The first night that I came out, I've been playing it on PC. I haven't been playing it on console. The game runs like shit. I don't know why.
Oh shit!
But
okay.
it has like a lot of problems in that aspect.
Oh no.
It's actually the first game that I've ever bought that I had to fuck with the settings because it was just like all over the place. And I don't think it's my computer because I don't have any issues with like literally anything else. So I don't think it's my computer, but anyway, the beginning of the game was pretty crazy. I'm sure Todd could attest to that. Like everybody's freaking out over the beginning. There are interesting things about the game, but I was surprised to see how like someone described it as like a kind of like a boss rush game, like a boss gauntlet.
Yeah, yep.
And I thought that was kind of just like a meme, but like it's like actually like a real thing. Like you'll be like walking for like 5-10 minutes, and then you'll fight a boss. You're like, oh, okay, and then like you'll beat the boss, and then like boom, another 5 minutes, another boss, and then it's like another boss. I'm like, oh shit, like there's sometimes like I jump into something and I don't even know it's a boss at first. Like it's kind of crazy. So that's kind of weird, and in a way for me that kind of like it just makes me feel like I'm fighting like random things. Like there's not really substance to their characters.
Yeah.
Like there are, you know, of course, main bosses and whatever that have like deep lore and like the Chinese mythology and all that shit and whatever. But like there's like a lot of times where like I'll just jump in on something like and I feel like no connection to anything, or like I feel like I'm just like fighting some like random shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, just fighting for the hell of it.
Yeah, just fighting for the hell of it. So that's kind of weird. And then like there was like some other like technical things that like kind of been making it like a little bit annoying. Like the first night that I was playing like fine for like an hour. Then like the game just randomly started like stuttering.
Okay.
Like, and I didn't understand why it was happening. Like I restarted it was fine. And then like the next day that I got on it, it wasn't doing it at all. So it was like some weird shit. But yeah, then I played again yesterday. I got up to I think chapter 2 is like I'm in like some sand area or something like that. So like I got to there. I met like the headless singing guitarist. He was like doing his weird shit. And I fought 2 bosses. I fought like it was like kind of like I forgot their names, but let's just say like a big brother and a little brother. And you beat the big brother, and then you run in, and then like he goes and like cuts his finger to like get the blood for like that big ass dude to crawl up and whatever. So the last thing I did was I just beat him. That's what I'm up to. So I'm not sure.
Getting towards the end of that chapter.
Yeah. I was gonna say I'm not sure how far away I am from chapter 3. The hardest boss that I fought so far was I think it was the end of chapter 1 where you fight that black bear.
Oh, really?
That black bear was whooping my ass. Like it was bad. Like it was bad. Like it was like I felt like I was in like Grand Party or some shit. Like, like
Oh
but
my God.
yeah.
Oh, by the way, that starts tonight, by the way.
Oh shit, true. Starts with
Yeah.
2
So yeah,
hours.
kind of I guess right now kind of like a mixed bag. Like there are things I like about the game, but like I said earlier, like I'm not like enticed to play the game. Like I'm not like
Right, okay,
feeling like the
yeah.
second GGP ends to like go play it.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's kind of, and like I said earlier, like combination of that and doing my other stuff, I haven't gotten to play it too much. Like I'm
Yep.
trying to squeeze some time in there.
Mm-hmm.
Because I try to like now that like I'm doing like my content or whatever now, like I try to record shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been recording that too. So that's kind of like another like obstacle.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I got to keep playing. I'll probably have hopefully a bit of a better interpretation next episode. But yeah, that's how I feel right now.
Okay, yeah, interesting. What are you, Todd? What's your vibe been like with it?
Yeah, I am currently in like the middle / the late stages of chapter 3. Can't remember exactly. It's been like a week or so since I played. I might even be on chapter 4. I can't honestly remember, but I'm pretty deep into chapter 3 at least. But I've enjoyed it a lot. I've been enjoying exploring the areas. I'm basically like exploring as much as I possibly can, trying to see if I could find any secrets. I'm not looking at anything online. I wanted to like a raw experience. I'm not getting spoiled on any future bosses or anything like that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to stay as clean as I can because I just want to experience it for the first time. And I will say that there's definitely some clunky things technically, like what Flame was saying. I'm currently playing on PlayStation 5, and even I found there to be some issues where like on the PS5 there's like 3 different graphic settings. There's like the performance setting, there's a quality setting, and then there's also like a resolution setting.
Right, okay.
So I initially was playing on like the prettiest looking one. I think I was just on like the quality setting. I'm like, oh yeah, this game graphically is phenomenal, by the way.
Right,
it looks fantastic. It's one of the best looking games I've ever played, but it's just unfortunate that it's not great performance wise. I switched it over to performance mode, and I kept it on that. Like, even though I lose a little bit of graphic fidelity, I much prefer having like the higher frame rate. I just feel like the gameplay is way smoother. But even though I was expecting it to be like a lock at 60 frames per second on PlayStation 5, it dips down a lot. And I found a lot of instances it was going like even still back down to like 30 frames per second, it felt like at times, which was pretty disappointing, honestly.
Yeah.
But I can kind of put that aside. I'm having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
I will say that it feels like upgrading can be a bit of a problem. Like, I feel like you don't get enough upgrade points, but then again, I'm pretty early into the game, so that might change as I get deeper into it. But it feels like I really want to unlock a bunch of stuff, but it feels like it's like so hard to unlock everything. Like, you just have to kill so much stuff to level up. And I'm sure there's like ways to get around that and cheese that or to get EXP quicker or anything. But I've actually kind of enjoyed the boss rush kind of style, actually. Because it's like it's a very linear game. Like, you're following a pretty set path the whole time. And there's like little side areas you can like kind of explore, but mainly you're just sticking to the same path. And so most people are going to experience the same thing, kind of like Elden Ring in a way, where like everyone kind of has to like, beat the same bosses to finish the game. But there are like side bosses that you can just straight up skip. Like, there is in chapter 3, there's, I don't want to like spoil it too much, but there is a part where you are teleported to a different location. And you're basically teleported to like a prison. And then this prison is kind of like in a big chasm, and basically you have to like run around the prison and like spiral your way back up to the top and get out. And when I got near the top, I noticed that like there was like a save point, and I saved there, and I was about to like progress down the right path. But then I noticed there was like a little hole, and I was like, oh, what's down there? I dropped down this little hole, and I get into this giant room, and there's a whole other freaking giant like space rock demon boss.
What
it was
fuck?
crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? That was probably one of the most difficult bosses I've come up against so far. There's a boss near the start, and it gets a lot of people. It took me like 30 tries to beat the dude. It was like the big baby with the big head or whatever. That guy.
Yeah,
Oh
dude,
my
that
God,
dude was
what a
crazy.
bitch. That
Like,
ground pound. Oh my God.
I think I fought him for like maybe like 10 to 20 minutes, but yeah, that was a way different vibe than like the first
Yeah, he was way
boss that
harder.
we
He was like
fought.
super tanky, and his animations for his attack were kind of cracked. So he took me a while. The boss I just talked about in the prison was pretty rough. And then there's also a boss in the early stages of chapter 3. I won't spoil what it is, but it's on a frozen lake, and it was that one took me a couple tries because the hitboxes were ridiculous.
Great.
On that thing. So yeah,
Dude,
but honestly, I've enjoyed it.
I was gonna say sometimes like I feel like there's like a delay input too. Like there's times like where I feel like I dodge or like I do something, but like it doesn't go through properly.
That's true, right? Because if you dodge and you do it at the right time, you get the perfect dodge. But I feel like if you dodge normally when you're supposed to dodge, like you don't get the perfect dodge. It feels like if you like literally as the enemy hits you, but then you press the dodge button, then it gives you the perfect dodge.
Okay.
Like the timing is super weird on it.
Yeah.
It's super weird.
How would you guys rate your experience as a whole now? And is it like a game that you guys want to actually go and finish, or what's the kind of vibe there for the time being? Right now,
I'm definitely gonna finish it.
I'm definitely gonna beat it, but I'm not as crazy about it as I thought I was going to be.
Right. Okay.
I mean, I gotta beat it, of course. Like maybe I'll feel a little different when I beat it, but like I definitely feel like people are like overhyping it a little too much.
Yeah.
And, like,
okay.
oh yeah, this is definitely game of the year. Blah blah blah. Like I definitely don't agree with that.
Yeah, I think it's also like the like I mean again I haven't played it, I haven't really seen much about it, but I do think that like the numbers are a big factor as well. Like obviously seeing like millions of people playing it, but then forgetting that like it was made by, I believe it's made by like what, a Chinese development team, and it's like, you know, it's kind of aligned to that audience as well. So like you have to factor those in it all the time too. I
think it straight up is like a really good thing that we are getting games from Chinese developers, because that's like a whole other market that is like untapped for like Western audiences.
Yeah,
and there's some talented ass developers over there.
I think I was saying to you, like the story of them was like it's just some homies. Like they were friends. They either met like when they were younger, or they met at like university, and then they just developed, which is like cool as fuck. You know, that's base as hell.
I'm not gonna lie. Up to the point that I'm at right now, I guess for Asian game developers, Stellar Blade clears for me right now.
Yeah, but
I never played Stellar Blade. Was that good?
You're horny. Like,
oh yeah, that's true.
Not even from a horny aspect. Like you could swap the characters.
Yeah, look,
I would say the same thing.
Oh, all right, cool. That's a bit of that. I think like I wonder if Knight. I don't know. Do you know if Knight played it at all?
I don't think so.
Okay, I will ask him next time he's on, because I think next time next pod. I mean, it'll be wedding, but then after the wedding stuff, maybe if Todd's had some time to play it again and that kind of stuff too. Like,
well,
I think it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Oh, you go fine.
I was gonna say I don't think he'll be playing it, because I know he's gonna be playing Baldur's Gate 3 pretty soon for the first time, because he's waiting for the update that's coming up. Like he's never played it. He's waiting for the update that's gonna release in September.
For Baldur's Gate, is it?
Yeah, it's like a really big It's like a really big update, so he was just waiting for that to play for the first time.
Yeah.
So more than likely, whenever this conversation happens, he'll probably be playing that, and you know how long that game is. So
yeah, fucking hundreds of hours, mate. At this point.
I'd imagine he's probably not going to play it.
I would love to play Baldur's Gate, but I've never really played it.
GGP plays Baldur's Gate. Maybe that
should. Honestly, Todd, you should try it, especially with that update coming out.
I've heard literally nothing but good things about Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah, it's God tier. That
we might need to do it. Honestly, on the low ski, a GGP plays Baldur's Gate might be kind of gas.
Yeah, bro. we could run that 4-man co-op.
I think it'd be fucking fun as hell. Like, that'd be kind of cool. Hey, let us know. Let us know down below. You guys want to see that? We can make it happen. I don't know. We'll see. What were you saying before, Todd? I think you were saying something.
Another thing that I remembered about Black Myth Wukong that absolutely pisses me off
Oh god. Okay.
is when you're like doing the exploration, it looks like there's certain areas that you can like jump onto or get to, and it's just like an invisible wall. It's like, no, you can't go there.
That's what I was gonna ask.
Yeah,
bro,
game,
that shit,
it's a linear game. Like there's aspects of the world that look like very vast, like that you can like travel and shit. But like you'll just like, there was a time where like I was trying to run away from like a group of enemies.
Yep.
And I'm like jumping all over the place, and I'm looking at my health. I'm like, yo, I'm getting bodied.
What the fuck?
I'm stuck on like a fucking rock. I'm like, bro, like what's going on?
That's what I was gonna ask. How do you guys feel about it being like linear after playing things like Elden Ring and such? Like, is it a deterrent? Is it good? Is it bad? Like, what's the vibe?
I mean, I'm not like one of those people that are like, if it's not Breath of the Wild, like I'm not playing it.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, I don't mind linear games, but I don't know. I feel like games that have it more down packed make those types of areas more clear, that they're not meant to be like bypassed.
Yes, agreed. I think that the linearity, even if that's a word, of the game is fine. I wish there was more like side areas to explore, like more secrets and stuff. Then again, I haven't looked up if there's any secrets that I've missed, but I like to explore and like check every little like crevice of an area, and it definitely feels like there's not as many like secret-ish kind of things as I was expecting. So I would have liked more stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right.
But still pretty good game.
I'm glad. I mean, we'll definitely chat about it again in due course, you know, as you guys potentially play it more over time. So I think it'd be good to kind of check back in there. The other thing Flame had here was Sonic the Hedgehog. It's 3 trailer. Talk to me, Flame. What's the vibe?
Dude, that shit was god tier.
What?
No, it was god tier.
It looks pretty cracked.
Well, I'm a super Shadow simp, so that was peak for me.
You're a furry.
But
this guy.
I'm a furry.
Okay.
A funny fun fact.
What the
in the Spanish dub of
I did see this. This is great.
Of the Sonic movie, the voice actor that's playing Shadow is the same voice actor as the Spanish Vegeta.
It's Vegeta.
Which that's really funny because like there's a lot of parallels between Sonic and Dragon Ball, which is funny. But yeah, that movie's gonna be god tier. Keanu Reeves is playing Shadow's voice.
I did see that.
That's gonna be interesting. If you're a fan of the Sonic Adventure series, like Sonic Adventure DX and 2 Battle, whatever, like back on the Dreamcast and GameCube, they're gonna have a lot of soundtracks from the second game, which that's gonna be like really, really crazy. There were some cool shots in the trailer, like reminiscent to like Shadow using like the motorcycle from Shadow the Hedgehog. We didn't see the Blicky, but
I want to see the Blicky dude.
But there's potential.
Dude, if he pulls out the Thule, I'm in. I'm so fucking in, dude.
They showed Maria. Maria's like a character from Shadow's origin story, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
They showed Chows, which if
Chows,
the Chows are in Sonic, but yeah, that was really funny to see. But yeah, I mean, it's coming out like the week of Christmas, which
it's kind of
I think it's kind of tapped. I've seen I think a movie on Christmas week before, but I'm actually really excited for it. Like I'm definitely gonna go see that day one. Like that's gonna be
that's based
crazy experience for me.
By the way, have you guys seen the movie poster that they revealed for it?
Yeah, that shit's god tier.
That poster might be one of the sickest movie posters I've ever seen.
I don't think I've seen
in the chat.
Yeah, okay.
It looks so sick.
Yeah,
oh shit, that's fucking.
It is so raw.
They did a great job with that shit.
Yeah, man, that looks sick as fuck.
But yeah, that movie is gonna be pretty sick. It was really exciting to finally.
I think that whole franchise is like a W. Because like, wasn't it like the initial Sonic that they had was fucking poo, and then the community like outraged, and then they went back and redid all of it, and they released like a better looking Sonic. Like that's cool as fuck.
I think that's the first time like it's probably not
Anyone
the
has
first time,
ever
but-
done that. Like,
I've never seen like a mainstream movie / studio do that before. I'm so glad they
you
did
know how much
it.
money and time that is to like go and do that? Like, it's such a massive investment because they've already made the film, they've already animated. They have to go back now and reanimate and rework and even potentially like,
if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't have had a second and third movie, probably.
100%. I mean, they've made they've made their due diligence off it. You know what I mean? So like, good on them.
Oh
I
man,
suppose.
Shadow would look like that too.
Oh, he looks so
Ew.
gross. He look nasty as fuck, dude.
God.
But no, it's good. It's good on him. I mean, that's fun as hell. Why not? From one fun thing to the next. I mean, this isn't really fun. I mean, the nightmare that is the Jujutsu Kaisen ending. What's the? I read the.
I have not been keeping up to this at all, so you guys need to fill me in on what's going on.
So the kind of overarching is that JJK is ending in 5 chapters. That's the big part.
Yep.
So there's 3 more chapters remaining after the one that just released the other day.
Does anybody care about spoilies?
I don't.
I mean, I'm up to date, so I don't really care. But people on the podcast,
yes.
spoilers, just letting you guys know, spoilers. Check the timestamps. This section will be spoilers.
So Todd, I don't know. Do you watch it or anything? Do you read it?
I caught up like to a good point like a while back, like late last year. But it has been a while since I've read. I don't even remember the last thing I remember.
Did you watch? You watched season 2 though? Like you're past that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So basically, like he said,
like I know it's like a final fight, right? Or some shit.
Yeah, they're in the final fight. They announced that the series is ending,
which is
5
okay.
episodes.
Like even before Flame starts, there, like where they're up to in the final fight, and then announcing that there's 5 chapters remaining makes no sense. Because that there was no time. 5 chapters is not enough to wrap everything up.
Mm-hmm.
And to continue on his point, so at this point in the story, like they're fighting Sukuna. Like Sukuna's like full force, like end of series Sukuna. But the thing is Sukuna's like literally, like not even joking, like Sukuna's literally fought like the entire cast.
He killed everyone.
And, like
he
killed everybody. Yeah, he killed everybody,
everyone.
and nobody's doing anything to him. Like he's like perfect. Like he's like Kaido right now.
So how the hell is anyone gonna beat him?
So fucking
Yuji. So this is within a 2 chapter span.
2 chapters. Yeah.
So Yuji's fighting him now. He pops like a domain. Now it's like the craziest thing. He brings him to like some Naruto dimension, like different world.
It's like some high school fucking. They're on the train talking about life and shit. Like
some fan fiction shit. And then out of nowhere, next chapter, they show like a scene with like one of the Sukuna fingers, and then boom, out of nowhere, they like show Renaissance. Fucking Nobara comes back.
Where the fuck did she come from?
Nobara's back, dead. and the key to killing him was the Renaissance,
which
like
is
the random out of nowhere Renaissance.
Flame, pause. Like, it don't even get me like. I was complaining the other day because my friend was like, he's just gotten into it, and he was reading. He caught up. He was like, I was like, damn. Yeah, like, I was like saying like, Nobara's death was like, she's died, lol, and then moved on. You know, like there was nothing like, and she comes back out of nowhere. They don't even explain how she survived. And then I don't know, Flame, have you read the chapter that released like just today? Like 2.
Yeah, I was gonna say though, like people like always like throw back to the like when she died, the dude was like, oh, there's like a 1% chance she'll live, but I'm just like, bro, that part was that part was so stupid.
Basil
anyway.
Hawkins head ass with the cards,
like
mate.
she,
fuck off.
Like, bro, she shouldn't have even died in the first place. Like that was retarded.
It made no sense. And then she comes back, and then in the recent chapter, Todd, fucking Sukuna's talking to Megumi. They're just having a conversation about like, oh, you're a pussy, and he's like, yeah, I know I am, but I want to live for my friends type beat. And then Megumi gets taken out of Sukuna's body, and then Yuji does like the fucking White Knight bullshit where he's like, you can live in me. It's like, I think he eats the remnants of Sukuna again. I don't fucking know. Yeah. We don't know yet. But then then that's it. That fight, Sukuna's dead, guys. We won.
So
like it makes no sense.
So yeah, all that's really bad, but there's another like insanely terrible thing in that chapter as well. So on the side,
Yes,
there's
that
like
fight. Fuck me.
there's a really crazy like fight going on the
It would have
side.
been so cool
it's
as well to
between,
like see more of it. By the way,
it's between these characters named Arame. That I think you know who that she is. That's that girl that was with Sukuna.
she's
at
like
end of
she's
season
the
2.
fucking she's the Sukuna Glazer
And-
pretty much.
And this guy named Hikari.
The goat. Hikari's so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I don't think he's in the anime yet.
I don't know if he is
think
yet,
so.
but basically his abilities based upon like luck and like
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
gambling and
remember
that
that
kind
guy.
of stuff.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah, I
cool as
remember him.
fuck. He's so cool.
Yeah, so they've been like off screen like forever. Like nobody's
20
been,
chapters that see.
yeah,
later,
nobody
man,
knows what the
like-
fuck's going on with that. So they randomly cut back this chapter and like they're talking, and she's like, "Oh, Sukuna's dead, so I'm gonna kill myself."
I'm gonna kill myself and leave. And you're like, what?
What?
And then like she says some shit. She's like to Hikari because Hikari's based on luck. She's like, "Oh, you got lucky," and Hikari's like, "Yeah, I'm the goat. Like, your luck's my favorite thing. Like, that's it." And I'm just, and then they just cut to like them back at the school.
Yeah, like everybody's chilling, everybody's vibing now. I'm just like,
Megumi
bruh.
wakes up from his bed, big chilling, like, and it's just like, and then
Also,
like, oh, it's so annoying.
another really sad thing that like I was looking forward to for like a long time is now that they're all dead, we didn't even get the like the Sukuna flashback, like the Heian era, like all that shit. Like we
we're not
didn't even
getting
get any of that.
See ya, bye. You're not seeing none of that. You're not seeing anything from 1,000 years ago. You know, like nothing. Like,
So the question I have is whose decision was it to like finish JJK?
Great
Was it the
question.
authors or
I
was it pushed? You know.
Well,
like, it would make no sense for
according
Shonen
to the
Jump to push it back.
according to his comments in the magazine, he said, "Oh, I was able to finish the series the way I want to." Blah, blah. I don't know. It was him. Maybe.
Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Like him finishing the series the way he wanted to makes zero sense. By the way, like, I don't know if he wanted this ending, but this chapter ended by what's his name, Okotsu, or Okutsu, or whatever
Yeah.
it is. Like,
Yeah.
oh, Okutsu's in trouble. Okay, like,
Fucking you, bro.
what's he in trouble about? You know,
Like I don't know, dude. Like
the fight's over. What's he like? Okay, maybe he's in trouble because he fucking had to. I don't know if you saw as well, Todd. Like, Okotsu fucking turned into Gojo for 5 minutes
What?
because
Why?
of
How?
because of some fucking random ass switching technique that he can perform. So
What?
he turned
Yeah,
into Gojo,
yeah.
and then he used the domain expansion, and then like
It was like,
it makes no sense.
it was like I think it was like an ability similar to that character that took over like Toji's body or some shit like that.
Yeah, because he killed old mate. He killed Getsu, get whatever the
Yeah.
fuck his name is.
yeah,
'Cause he
it was
killed
that
him,
guy.
and because Okotsu can copy the abilities, he copied the switching ability, and they trained for it prior. And then I don't know what her name is, but not Shaki, Shoko or some shit. Like, she's
Yeah,
the
the
doctor,
doctor.
and she's like, yeah, we can do this, but it only can be 5 minutes. And then he just gets back into Gojo's. So basically, you have like the two strongest sorcerers in the modern era still fighting Sukuna, and Sukuna's still fighting Yuji. Toto comes back. Where the fuck did he go? He's gone again. It's
Man, what a mess.
It's like fan fiction.
Yeah.
I think I don't know if it's that I'm stupid, but none of that final arc makes any sense to me at all. Like, none of it does, because like
there's no story. It's just like
it's also
insane
like,
fights, big moves,
dude,
explosions.
like, I don't know how they're gonna fucking run it, because Sukuna so many times is like, yeah, and then I made a binding contract with your mum, and that lets me dodge your domain expansion. You're like, what the fuck? You can't just keep doing that. Like, you can't just keep saying, and then I made another binding contract. It's like, the guy has 100 million binding contracts. Like, you can't keep doing this. You know what I mean? It makes no fucking sense. Like, what happened to
Yeah.
what's her name? Utahime, Yurahime, whatever the fuck her name is. Like, what happened to her? What happened to fucking the old guy? Like, are they all dead technically? Like, I mean, everyone else is dead. There's no like, what happened to, I guess we're gonna find out what happens to Okotsu in the next chapter. But like, 5 chapters was just not enough.
No.
Not even close to enough to end it. So I really do wonder if there was an inside, like, hey, you need to end JJK soon, because like, but even that makes no sense because JJK is fucking massive. But maybe him
Yeah,
killing off
I don't know.
Gojo, maybe him killing Gojo ruined everything. I think that's a big factor in
I
things
mean,
too.
I still think that was dumb as fuck. Like, bruh, like this dude had to jump him with 3 people to kill him. Like that was the dumbest shit ever.
I think it would have been so much cooler if Gojo, like, I think having Gojo be this uber powerful character is fine to me. I think it's okay. Like, I don't think it's a bad, because Sukuna's basically Gojo. Sukuna's fucking was the strongest man, like the strongest sorcerer of like all time, right? Like,
I like I agree, but like in a way I disagree because
yes, yeah,
I don't like when series have characters like that because they nullify everything.
it only
Like
works in
they
like One Punch Man because it's
yeah
comedy.
yeah they like every time like there's like any pseudo serious threat in that series, like everybody like they're acting like oh so like insane and crazy and scary
Gojo
and
pulls
whatever,
up,
and then
yeah,
and it's like yeah Gojo comes up and just beats the shit out of literally everybody.
But can we
Like
talk about?
honestly,
If you talk about Yuji
he
real quick, like how the fuck
yeah
Yuji just gained all these abilities, Todd. Like,
yeah.
it makes no
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah,
But
he
like,
went from only punching and kicking the domain, simple domains.
he has the blood fucking arc thing.
Yeah,
He can
the
black
brother
flash
shit.
whenever he wants. Like literally whenever
Yeah,
he wants.
Right.
Even though that guy said like, oh, black flashing twice in a row is almost impossible. Nah, man. Yuji can do it 45 times in a row if he wants. Like no big deal. Like
Of course.
and then we find out that his lineage traces back to like fucking the ancient eras of like Sukuna and shit, I think it was, or some bullshit too. Like he's built from like this crazy like bloodline of like incredibly powerful sorcerers. Like what the fuck? Like it's so cooked, dude. It's so cooked. I don't know.
yeah, that shit's
I
crazy.
think like this is another. I think what I said to my friends was like JJK is another instance of the like the Attack on Titan issue. Where
And like Demon Slayer as well.
yeah, with like Demon Slayer 2, where like you have this incredible like show, and then in the final chapters he fucks it. It drops Isayama dropped AOT so fucking hard, and I think what's his name, Akutami, fucked up JJK's ending. Like, I'm sure it's gonna end satisfying. Like Okotsu's gonna be safe, and they're gonna rebuild the whole fucking I don't know sorcery like, Jujutsu Kaisen Academy bullshit. Like I'm sure that's gonna happen. But
No,
like
and then and then old mate will wake up and then it was all a dream.
oh fuck, I'll kill myself. I reckon on the spot. Like, dude,
And then you are my special is gonna play.
you are my
Oh,
friend.
no.
Fucking it's one of those shit. No, what's gonna fucking happen is also like what happened to like the threat of like the U.S. Army trying to fucking get all the sorcerer's energy and shit too. Wasn't that a problem for a point as well?
He probably forgot.
He's like I don't know. Like I don't want to be a hater, but I am a hater. But like as someone who like saw the spoilers for Gojo dying, and I was like, okay, I don't really care, but I should read it just so I know what's happening. And I was like, bro, Gojo was like in that final fight. That final fight was incredible up until Gojo died, and then it became shit. Like, it became so fucking bad. It was poo. Like, it was like, oh. And then fucking Yuji pulls out of his cock fucking this new simple domain. And you're just like, what the fuck? And then Todo comes in and becomes the strongest guy alive. And you're like, what the fuck? He hasn't even got an arm anymore. He's got like a fucking... Mm-hmm. He's got like a paddle and a ball on his hand so he can still make the clapping sound, which is fucked. Like, it's like, what's going on?
I'll never get over the fact that they off-screened Gojo.
They off-screened him, and then they brought him back.
Yeah, they. I don't know if you know Todd. So Todd, basically, like the chapter prior to like it ends, it's like Gojo. They basically say like, oh, Gojo's gonna win. The next chapter starts. It's like some weird shit. Like nobody knows what's going on. And then when it goes back to the present, you just see him cut in half on the floor, dead.
Bruh.
Okay,
that's terrible.
Like the thing is, everything up and like I think like. That whole like what was like basically the Hunger Games ripoff shit that he did was one of the
culling games.
Yeah, it was one of the worst things I've ever read in shonen history. it was the most, like, I'm gonna need to, like, read a fucking video essay or some shit, because, like, it was the most, he lied facts. Like, it was the Culling Games was the most unnecessary, convoluted, like, point fucking system, and like,
oh, that thing was weird.
It was so shit. And then that led into this final war where, like, they basically agreed to fight on, like, Christmas or some bullshit. Like, so then so everyone just left each other and started training for, like, 3 weeks. And, like, and then everyone, like, is just watching Gojo fight in, like, a fucking, like, hotel room pretty much. And it's like, what the fuck is going on? Like, it's so weird. Like, it just makes no sense. And then, yeah, Sukuna just making, like, binding vow after binding vow. And you're like, what the fuck is happening? I don't know. Like, I hope the anime cleans it up a bit. But
I think
they don't have much to go off.
Yeah, not that, probably not that whole arc, but that Gojo Sukuna fight, that shit's gonna be god tier in the anime. I know it is.
But then he's gonna be dead, and you're like, "What the fuck?"
They better show it, bro.
Because he got hit with some ability. Like, you know, there's no reason. Like, he got slashed, right? He got slashed by the Majora bullshit, right?
Yeah, it was some bullshit, like some binding.
Yeah,
contract.
again, it was a binding vow. Every single. The only reason why Sukuna won was because a fucking 1,000 years ago, he made a binding vow with some Donnie that lets his slash go through domain expansion or some bullshit.
Yeah, one time.
One time. It's only allowed one time. The binding vow. Like,
the one time in 1,000 years, and it had to be. Yeah.
It just, like, that's what ruined it for me. Like, is that, okay, I understand that binding vows is like a system. It's like when I complained to you guys about, again, here you go, One Piece spoilers for those, because I don't think it's been in the anime yet. One Piece spoilers. The fucking cloning shit. I don't know if it's been in the anime yet. Like, the idea of, like, people being clones and stuff. Like, I remember complaining to you guys.
Because they already had the Stussy episode.
But, like, the fact that, like, I complained to you guys and I was like, I just hope that Oda doesn't make that a gimmick and uses it always. Like, I think he's done it tastefully so far. But the whole binding vow thing makes no fucking sense, dude.
I was gonna say another One Piece spoiler warning. What he thinks waiting for this dude on Elbaf. I was gonna say Shanks' clone.
Oh fuck! It's gonna be Shanks' twin. Yeah, it's gonna be Shanks' twin brother. It's gonna be Shanks' twin brother. Fucking that wasn't left on God Valley. So I don't know, some fucking bullshit like that, mate. But
yeah, binding vows.
It ruined that whole fight. It, like, and the thing it was like that. You know that meme, Hunter x Hunter chapter where it's just like a fucking essay.
Just text.
It's just text. Like, that's basically like every chapter from, like, basically the Gojo fight, like the Gojo Sukuna fight, into, like, the ending, like the Yuji versus Sukuna fight. It's just like, and then
that's the thing though with that's the thing with Hunter versus, like, those other series. Like Hunter, like, that's cancer when he does that, but it's, like, very in depth and it's broke down.
It explains.
And it's like, you can understand it completely. In all these other series, like, they just say shit and then, like, shit just starts happening. You, like, you don't understand why.
Sukuna literally made a binding vow so he could, and because he fucking overtook Megumi's body, he can use the Maharaja. He can just pop it whenever he wants, by the way, just nonchalant.
Oh, that's busted.
You know, like, he pops the Maharaja, then he pops the other fucking demon as well.
Yeah, that other bullshit. Yeah.
So, like, it's literally a 3v1. Gojo's holding his fucking own the whole time, and then he binding vows so he can fucking slash through. He can slash through the domain, and also I think he also binding vowed so he couldn't die to purple, like hollow purple or some bullshit too. Like, it's like, you can't do that. Like, you just can't cop out every single time.
Yeah, dude, that's why I was saying, like if they didn't have that bullshit, like, even though he was getting jumped, like, Gojo was beating the shit out of him.
And if Gojo wins that after getting himself rocked, I'm not mad, like, you know, at all. I don't think.
And I don't want to hear that bullshit like, oh, Sukuna didn't even pop his, like, final form. Like, bro, he was still beating the shit out of them.
Bro, Sukuna went final form, I feel like, against fucking Yuji. Didn't he not go to, is he going, like, 9 arms or some shit? Isn't that his final form or something?
Yeah, he went final form against Yuji before Yuji got, like, 50 moves.
And then Yuji won! I think he won, you know what's going to happen? Guarantee you it's going to be Yuji won the fight because he made a binding vow with Sukuna that he would live on in Yuji as a vessel but he wouldn't be powered up enough to be able to take over Yuji. I guarantee you that's exactly what the case is. And it's all going to be because Yuji, on a whim, got his domain expansion that basically went and had like a fucking love episode in a fucking rom-com anime, like a fucking high school episode, and then like they made an agreement. Like it's, I don't know. It's still a
garbage,
good
bro.
show, like a good media product, but like again, as a One Piece dick rider, like the privilege that we have that every single chapter that Otter releases is generally like just a banger or is just really good quality and nothing seems bullshit for the most part. I mean, there are a lot of situations where it is, but like for the most part, it isn't. Like, I think having that privilege makes everything else bad.
You also got to thank, the past 20 plus years of like character and world building that he's done to make these chapters so amazing.
And then yet you have fucking, what's his name? I think his name is Gege Akutami. Fucking pulls up and he says, 5 chapters is enough to end my show and it's end my media product. I'm like, well, it's not. And the reason why it's not, I think I told you guys again before. I know I'm just ripping into this at this point, but like the reason why I'm mad at it as well is because like I didn't watch JJK Zero. I hadn't consumed it at all. And then out of nowhere, like Okotsuka, what's his name? Like Utah or some shit is his name?
Yeah,
like
Utah.
He just pops up in the manga, and then at the end of one of the chapters, he's like, "Go watch JJK Zero to learn more about Utah." And I'm like, "No, that's not how you write a story. You're meant to tell me about Utah in the story. What if I can't watch JJK Zero? Like that's not how it fucking works, bud. Like, that annoyed me so much. Anyway, yeah, look, I mean 3 chapters left, so it's gonna be really interesting to see how he decides to tie it up. Who knows, right? Yeah, there you go. I don't know if is there much to talk about in the TCG land? I know we're approaching the 2 hours, but is there much to talk about TCG land?
Not really. One thing actually is that Carissa and I attended Union Arena Super pre-release.
Talk to me about that.
That was fun. So Union Arena, for those who don't know, it's another Bandai game. The same people that do the Dragon Ball card game and the One Piece card game. And what Union Arena is, it is a collection of different anime IPs that are basically sharing the same card game.
Yep.
So kind of like Weiss Schwarz, which is another card game that has like other IPs on the trading cards.
Mm-hmm.
And basically how this works is that every single month they're releasing a new booster box.
Jesus Christ.
Each box is its own separate IP. So the first booster box that's going to come out is going to be Hunter x Hunter. Then it's going to be Bleach, 1000 Year Blood War. Then it's going to be Jujutsu Kaisen. And then there's like what's it called? Like Code Geass. And there's a whole bunch of stuff. So it's coming out in English. It's been out in Japan for quite a while, and like they've been doing crazy stuff, like that mobile game Nikkei, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Like that's got a set as well in this card game. I think there might be like a Fate Zero one. I can't remember, but like there's like crazy shit. So the thing is though, is that the card game is bad. It's a really bad card game. Oh my
god. Okay. Great.
It's so bad. Basically, once one person gets ahead, there's like no comeback mechanic. So if you can just draw the right cards, remove their shit while you're just like developing like super strong characters, it's just there's no comeback mechanic, so it's kind of rough. But the thing about the game is it's going to be like a really good game for collectors. I feel like a lot of people are going to buy the boxes and open the cards just to pull like the super ultra rare signature cards of the characters.
Yeah.
That's the draw, really. It's more of a collector game rather than an actual trading card game, I feel. But it's a lot of fun. It's super pre-release, so they had 2 starter decks, 1 Hunter x Hunter, 1 Bleach, and you basically buy one and then you like play a tournament and the winner gets like a winner prize card. I made it to the final game. I was undefeated and then I lost because I drew fucking nothing. So
oh my god.
That would have been awesome to pull that winner card, but it is what it is. It was still a lot of fun though. So, Chris and I played on the side, but I don't expect us to dive too heavy in it.
Is it something that you want to, like, that you'd keep you might pursue further, or like what's the play?
We'll see. I did hear from some of the people at the store that have been following it in Japan. Apparently, for the first like couple sets, it's basically like a tier 0 format because the JGK deck is like absurdly broken.
Great.
So like the whole deck revolves around Sukuna's fingers, and when you put him in the trash, and then when you summon Sukuna, you basically like win the game pretty much. It's like it's not exactly Exodia. He just has like a really strong effect that's basically Exodia.
Oh, great.
It's like it like bounces 3 things on the field back to the opponent's hand, and like in Union Arena, the fact that there's like not really much of a comeback mechanic, if you do that, you will pretty much win the game. So yeah, so I don't expect us to really play it, but yeah, just an interesting little side note about new trading card game on the horizon.
Good. Happy days.
I posted a little video and podcast. I took some footage of the cards when I was at Anime NYC. If you want to see.
Yeah, they're pretty spicy looking.
Yeah,
the signature cards look so nice.
Have you been purchasing it all, Flame? Anything recently?
Yes, I did. I actually had some pickups. I sent them to Todd, and I will send them to the chat right now if I could find a picture. So these are a bunch of singles. They were like in a binder, and I actually ended up getting a box as well. I got that Manchurian Law, but I ended up buying the Gear 5.
Gear 5, yeah.
Yeah, I got the Gear 5. I got the SP Yamato from the anniversary set. I got the new Legend Yamato card.
yeah, the new Legend. Yeah. True.
I got the Oda Luffy. I got the tournament winner Nami, and then I got the secret rare alternate art for Yamato from the first set, was a card that it's a card that I've wanted for a super long time.
That's a sick card.
Didn't you pull that, Todd?
Yeah.
Or was it Boris that pulled that? I can't remember.
No, I pulled it. I got it graded. I got a perfect grade on it.
Fuck yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, there were some other cards in that binder that I wanted to get, but I was like, I'll just take these for now, and then like I'll just get a box. I also wanted to get a box of OP07 because they had it. They had like a weird selection. They had like OP03, OP05, 6, and 7. That's what they had. They didn't have 1, 2, or 4. But yeah, so I only ended up getting OP05. I should have got OP07, but I didn't end up getting it. I'm probably not going to be getting any boxes for OP08. I'll probably just buy the pudding cards. And
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, and then OP09, I'll probably see if I can get like a box or 2. Because I don't know if he said it a little bit earlier, but I think it just officially released in Japan like this week or last week maybe.
I think it was like literally the last couple days.
Yeah, a lot, and that's a really good looking set. Like a lot of the cards are very nice. I definitely want to get some of those.
There we go. Awesome.
Yeah, OP09 is gonna be spicy.
Cool. All right. In that case, from everyone's favorite section to in other news, Metal Exchange, pretty shit. It's not good.
Yeah, Metal Exchange is kind of redundant.
Yeah, probably stop talking about it at this point. Now that I'm looking at it, fucking what a waste. The other part of the in other news, which is what we were memeing on a little earlier, was the letter.
Dude, that was so pathetic.
I don't even know what I don't even want to get into it at this point, but I think it's just ridiculous. Like, okay, I'll start off with the positive. Cool that they are presenting what is the upcoming content for the month. I'm not mad at that. I think it's great. I think it's cool to have that information, but it's fucking what a waste of time.
I literally commented on the tweet. I was like, you dropped a newsletter telling us about a week old banner and a monthly and a monthly cycle of content that's the same every single month.
Well, yeah, exactly right. Nothing changes.
What the fuck is the point?
Surprise! Treasure map is coming next month.
Like the least they could have done is like announce if it was Super Kazuna or Super TM or like something, so you know what's going on. But the fact that they're like, oh hey guys, we're sharing information about the current Sugo Fest. Oh, Blackbeard's out. It's been out for a fucking week. Like, oh the login event, guys. Okay.
That's like the meme with the Dokkan Twitter page where like a banner would come out and then like a week later the global Twitter page would tweet like, "Hey guys, banner's live."
Yeah, mate, it's been live. I think that one of the worst things that they've done is the whole fucking login bonus thing. I think it's so hit or miss with the
instead of getting a gem every day, getting a ticket that's a 5 or a 10% chance to be a red.
That's like, so bad.
Like just give a gem and the ticket. Problem solved. Like fucking. What?
I wouldn't mind if the tickets were actually heavily
Good.
restricted.
Yeah, man.
Like, yeah, like if there were good tickets, or like, you know, do like a login ticket and then like make the last one a Rumble ticket guaranteed or something like that. Like, sprinkle in some actual good ones in there.
We don't need, like, I don't care for the legends. I just don't, right? But do like,
Yeah.
do regular Rumble support Kazuna TM. There's 5 days. And then on the final, and then do 5 more days, or four of them, and then on the final ticket to make it a guaranteed restricted legend. I don't know, fucking do something. Like, I know that in the past that they have done some of these tickets where like they have had like TM characters and Kazuna characters, which is cool. But like these ones are so shit. Because this was just 10% chance at a red, okay? Alright, let me just pull fucking a unit from 2017. Like, what the fuck? Like, don't do that.
Yeah, it's so bad.
And then you have the schedule, which, you know, great. You're announcing the schedule, but you're announcing the schedule a bit late. Like, you're announcing the day of Blitz battle. You're saying, hey, it's Blitz, guys. Like, and also there's no Pyro Rumble Championship announced there as well. So you're like, okay. So what about that? That's a part of the content. What about PKA? That's part of the content. Where are they? You know, in the grand scheme of things. So, I don't know. Yeah, fucking stupid.
It's just really redundant.
Waste of effort.
Altogether.
It's a waste of effort in reality. That's more or less what it is. All right. In that case, though, from everyone's favorite section into the shout-outs. Hey. As usual, if you've enjoyed today's episode, make sure you go down there, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and comment. Todd, what are they commenting today?
Leaderboard
In the comment section down below. If you made it this far, we do greatly appreciate it. And also, while you're there, hit the join button. Plenty of different tiers, different price points. If you want to support the show financially, helps us out a great deal. With that being said, I want to give a shout out to our main man, our GGP producer of Alexander Wisniewski, our new perfect member of D.Foxski, Mr. Foxy.
Shit.
Thank you, my brother. We appreciate you. Thanks so much for the support. It is greatly appreciated.
Home dog.
And our good members of Ryoiin, Stump D, Gacha, Red Halo, Dr. E Recshin, Wankafella, Mike Shallow, Derry Jackson, Kiri Croxton, and Obsidian Steed. Thank you guys for the continued support. And with that being said, from everyone's favorite section into the shouts, into everyone's actual favorite section, it is the Q&A.
The Q&A.
Well, hey, if you want to send in any questions, you can do so via Twitter at GGP Podcast or our YouTube community tab. First question comes in from at Obsidian_Steed_, and they ask, last ep I asked what 5 anime you would show to someone who's wanting to start watching anime. Now, what 5 anime would you tell someone to stay away from?
Oh my god.
Sword Art Online.
Sword Art Online. That's a great start. Don't that. If you're gonna say Sword Art Online is good, I'm gonna fucking slap you.
What's the cooking one? Soma?
Food Wars.
Food Wars.
Yeah, Food Wars. Yeah, fuck that show.
Yeah, food. See, okay, so here's the thing about Food Wars, very quick. Food Wars is a good show up until the ending, but I definitely wouldn't recommend somebody to watch that because there are some animes where like, yeah, it's weird and whatever, but like it's one of those things where like you have to watch anime and like understand Japanese and anime culture to not think it's
that's
weird.
true.
So if you if you just show that to someone that's like never watched it, they're gonna think like you're a fucking
creep.
So yeah, I would definitely say Food Wars.
What have I dropped? I'm looking at my mail. What have I dropped that I've watched?
Definitely not a harem.
Yeah,
no harems.
Yeah, you know, honestly, like all those ones like Rent a Girlfriend and all that kind of shit. Avoid those like the fucking plague, mate. Like
no high school DxD.
No fucking quintessential quintuplets. Fuck that show.
Fuck that show and fuck Joba.
Yeah, fuck Joba. Fuck that guy. Honestly, he's a crazy one for you. Tokyo Ghoul. Avoid at all costs.
Oh, that's a good call, actually.
Avoid Tokyo Ghoul at all fucking costs. That shit is
they fucked that so bad.
Shit is trash.
Yeah,
that's a catfish.
That's
they catfish
right
you.
There, mate. You think episode 1 you get catfish, mate? Fucking hell.
I guess you could also put like Promise Neverland, I guess, but Promise Neverland season 1 is so good.
Stop at season 1. I think we said it last episode. It goes for both of them though. Stop at season 1, avoid season 2. Done. Case in point. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know anything off the top of my head. I have no idea, to be honest with you. So
Let me look at my drop. Let me see really quick.
Well, that's the problem because like when I have it list, when I'm looking at the Mal like top listing, it's just like by the high score. I actually started watching Freerun, by the way.
Let's go.
It's actually quite good.
Yes, and it progressively gets better the longer you watch it.
Oh yeah, you want a hot take from me?
Sure.
I think ReZero is fucking garbage.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh,
I agree.
No,
I agree.
No,
I could not stand that.
I think ReZero is again. It's another situation where it's like if you haven't watched anime, like you're just not gonna enjoy it or you're not gonna understand it. If that's like your first show, I think it's fucking odd as shit.
I don't know about that because ReZero is one of those shows that has a very interesting concept. So for somebody that doesn't watch anime, I feel like that could be like a very intriguing.
But it's concept. A harem at the end of the day. Like it's a fucking it's not bullshit harem, fucking fantasy isekai bullshit.
Before it gets to the mansion.
No. That shit's trash. Like fucking harem, isekai, fucking nonsense. It's a cool concept because you have this Neek who like he sucks at everything and then he finds his purpose by dying all the time. Like fucking, cool, nice. But then if somehow 45 peak. Women fucking fall all over him, mate. Fuck off.
It's peak.
It's peak trash, is what it is.
It's peak. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Watch Mushoku Sensei is better.
That's better. And no, actually, fuck that. That shit also fucking crazy weird too.
Stop.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else.
Oh, I know another one.
Here you go.
Pokemon. Don't watch Pokemon. That shit sucks.
Honestly, fair.
Ash a bitch.
And then he wins after fucking 25 years. Fucking hell, 2 time. That's actually fair as fuck. I agree.
Fairy Tail.
Yeah.
Oh, good call. Yeah.
Oh yeah. What about like big shonen? Like, what ones are you avoiding? Are you avoiding Naruto? Are you avoiding Bleach? Are you avoiding Fairy Tail?
Oh, Fire Force.
Ooh.
Dude, I hear so many mixed things on that. Like, I hear people say it's the greatest thing ever, then I hear people say it sucks.
I do.
My Hero.
That. Yeah. Dude, avoid My Hero, man.
Here's the captain's take from Poppy.
Oh,
just watch One Piece.
Yeah, you do that. Just watch One Piece. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, there's a lot of really good ones though, like good shonens, but there's also a lot of kind of mid ones.
Bad shit. Like, the thing is, like, of course. I don't know the bad shows to avoid. I mean, you know what? Fuck it. Go watch Boku no Pico and get cultured, and then come back to it. Mate. You know what I'm saying? Go watch Go watch Bible Black and get cultured. You know what I'm saying? And then come back.
Yes, sir.
That's the real shit right there. All right, next question from Alexander Wisniewski. He asks, congrats on making it 5 years. Any bold predictions you see happening in OPTC over the next 5 years?
5 years prediction for Treasure Cruise? Holy.
Hot take, I wouldn't be shocked if the game was still around. I would be shocked if the player base maintained its same amount of people.
Yeah.
I think a lot of us will have dropped the game in the next 5 years because I think it's
going
down a bad route.
Would you say that the game's player base is at an all-time low right now?
Yeah, it is. By numbers, it is physically. Like the amount of people that play in New World in TM has dropped by like 2,000-3,000 people.
Then again, a lot of people probably drop into the easier league because it's so fucking difficult.
But like, yeah, it is not like there's not. Like, I think we're at like 70,000-80,000 players total now in global, and it spikes in like big celebrations and stuff.
It's pretty bad. Cringe.
Yeah. I don't think the game EOS is in 5 years. Actually, it might. Actually, I don't think so. I mean,
it's possible.
I think as long as One Piece is around, there's always going to be things for them to do. I think, you know what? Next 5 years, game shuts down in global, but stays in Japan. I think that's...
I was about to say that. That's what I was about to say.
That'd be crazy.
But it's very... I think... Because the thing is, the Japanese audience just keeps playing. They don't complain. They just do... Like, only global complains. You know? Like, Japanese people just play. They don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like, it's fine for them. It's just part of their daily life. Whereas for us, it's like, fuck, man, this is annoying, etc., etc. So, yeah, I think that's the 5 years. Next question from D.Foxski. He asks, happy 5th anniversary. Hope you guys continue until the very end. Here's my question. Where's my V1 Princesses dual unit Legends of One Piece Treasure Cruise, Todd? A man needs to get his nostalgia. Yeah, where's the Legends series going?
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's not going to be happening within the month of September, I'll tell you that. Absolutely I'm too busy.
Not. Absolutely not.
But we'll see.
We'll see. We'll get back to it, maybe.
We shall see.
Next question from For You Matthew. They ask, congrats for hitting that milestone. I watched every episode since you four have been podcasting together. My question is about the past of Treasure Cruise. Can you name as many problems OPTC players had in the past that nowadays isn't a problem? For example, my edit crew total cost cap was a problem in my past. I remember then support came out and it was harder to fulfill the total cost cap. Can't wait to hear from what you think was hard in the past playing Treasure Cruise. And again, congrats. So things that were a problem in the past but now are no longer a problem, I suppose.
Skill ups.
Problems as in like issues players had, or like things that was wrong with the game?
Maybe like a bit of both, in all honesty. I think Todd's example is great there. Skill up is fantastic.
He said crew total, so I assume it's like a game issue that like now is not a problem.
Skill ups are great. Is probably one of the best things that's happened.
I have one. I always used to talk about in my videos. Fucking collect all mail.
Yeah, it's only 20, it's only fucking 20 mails though. That's the problem.
Box space.
Box space is no longer an issue. Not even close.
Leveling up characters.
It has been improved. I mean, it's not
good. And selling shit.
At least leveling to level 99 is not a problem.
And selling
cotton
shit.
Candy.
Right?
Selling's great. Candy's actually a great one as well too.
Plenty of candy. Cola.
Yeah, cola.
So much, like if you compare what the cola we have now to what it was back in the day, like in the early days, like I'm talking like the first year or two of Treasure Cruise, getting cola was actually fucking hard.
Cola was useless for like 5 years.
Yeah, it was.
No auto.
Honestly, low-key auto is good. It's just like it's so
it could be
specific to where you can use it though.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember when it first came out, it was so jank. Like that shit was so weird.
And then you started figuring out like, it attacks from like the right side to the left side. And
yeah.
If you have final tap, it prioritizes, so on and so on. Yeah.
The fact that we've gotten a lot better units now and better supports, it's made autoing much better as well.
Yeah, yeah. I think also like even just in general, like getting better units that have like more flexibility to clear more varieties of content is a big problem that's been solved as well. There's a lot of things that they have done well. Like I think.
Oh, you want a hot take with this question?
Oh, okay, hit it.
Acquiring rainbow gems.
Haha.
I feel like we get way more gems now than we did back in the day.
On average, per month, we definitely get more gems than we did like 5 years ago.
Yeah, we definitely do.
It's not enough, but it is a lot more.
You want a funny take?
Oh god, here we go.
Less bugs.
Low key. Low key, kinda.
Well,
actually,
kinda in a way, depends.
Bro, I mean, to be fair, Luffy kinda did release with a known bug. So fucking I don't know. That's what like they do.
One Piece Error Cruise.
They are very One Piece Error Cruise. Amen. All right. Next question from Natan Marco. They ask, hey guys, Toasie's last vid talked about many important things and thoughts that players like you and me think the same, such as problems and things that can really improve the game experience. My question is, do you think some of these things will change in the future? And do you see a slightly better future for this application? Because Toski said something right. Jesus. Because he said something right, if it was the Japanese version, they would have heard because the players invest more than us. My mean is not the order of PKA, TM, Kuzan, Pirate Rumble. So I think this is relating to just like, do you think they're actually they will continue working on the game as a whole and improving it?
They will, but I mean, it's just facts that the Treasure Cruise team will definitely listen more to the Japanese audience than they do to the global audience.
Absolutely right.
I mean, they're definitely the biggest stakeholder.
Yeah, that's correct. 100%
compared to us, so they're going to listen to the bigger party. So
I do think it was interesting in the letter, especially in the letter and the Discord. They called out Discord as being what did they say here? Thanks for your feedback. You always share in the Discord and social media. Your suggestions are very appreciated and been reviewed by the team. Please keep them coming as they are very helpful. Thank you. Like it's not that means anything per se, but at least like calling that out and making sure that people are aware once again that like obviously, like they do listen to feedback. It's just a matter of like, I think how their action feedback is subjective to the value that it provides. Like not everyone's perspective of the quality of life updates is like necessarily like positive, even though Bandai might see it as positive. I think that's a factor of it as well. But yeah, no, they are correct, and obviously you are too. Like, JP is the largest stakeholder. JP produces the more income. JP is the game. I've always said Treasure Cruise is developed for a Japanese audience. Global is there as like a tick the box. That's pretty much it, really. So
just a side note as well, as I just saw a tweet go out that apparently the manga Roger from Set 9 that just released in Japan, they've just, the first few of them have gone up for sale for 500,000 yen, equating to $3,500 US.
What the? It's $5,000. What the fuck?
That's crazy, right?
What the fuck?
Shush. I'll take two.
I'll take all of them, mate, and I'll resell them. Yeah. All right, next question from Cheesecake for Breakfast. They ask, hey, broskies, happy 5-year GGP Annie. The fact that you've got a Gear 5 for each color, the fact that we've got an Gear 5 for each color now is crazy. Do we?
Yeah, we got the free-to-play green one.
Yeah.
And then the strength one, I think he's counting the...
Okay.
He's counting that Luffy that's like fake Gear 5.
I don't know.
Yeah,
anyway,
I don't know.
Another crazy thing that's happened recently is that FGO has a fucking back to school campaign. Flame, can you talk on that?
I don't know about a back to school campaign, but I know they just dropped a Dubai unit, and people were like super butthurt.
Dubai
that,
unit? What the fuck?
Yeah, I'll show you. But people are like
crazy.
People are super butthurt that like when she comes out, like there's like two guys that like 2 or 3 like guys that come out and like praise her for like 1 or 2 seconds.
Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna show you. It's a pretty crazy unit.
What the FGO is a fever dream of a game, yet it makes so much money. Like, it's insane. And then they keep going to say, it hasn't even happened. They even put one of the best units in the game in the summoning campaign. I spent all my in-game currency on that banner and didn't get the unit lol. Anywho, to the question, if you could slap any person in the world's face full force instantly without any consequences whatsoever, who would it be? Loving the podcast. Have a good one, fellas. Who you slapping?
Oh man, that's a good question.
I'm slapping the entire fucking OPTC team, one after the other, like in a chain.
I can't even think of someone that I actually straight up hate enough to do that.
I'm slapping Knight. Fuck him.
I was about to say that.
I'm slapping Stump. Fuck that guy.
I'm not gonna slap anyone's face. I'll just slap your booty cheeks.
And now we're cooking. Yes, dude. Let's fucking go. I'm in. All right. Last question. Wankafella, as always. First, pause. What the fuck did I just say? Wankafella, as always. Hold on.
Hey, yo.
First off, congrats on 5 years of GGP. That's as long as my marriage was. That's a bit sad. But I wish you guys many more years of your shenanigans. I've enjoyed listening to you guys, from Todd's in-depth OPTC analysis and hate for GP, to Pavi's AOs, to Flame's love of Fruits Basket, and of course Knight's out-of-pocket moments. Even though I've never met any of you listening to this podcast, is like being on a journey getting to know you guys for 5 years. And since Pavi opened the floodgates to ask us anything, the obvious question that needed to be asked is, when did you lose your virginity? Oh my fucking god. Just kidding. Don't answer that. The real AMA questions are here. Here's 10 questions. So, question 1. Do you have any other nicknames?
No.
I don't.
I actually do.
Oh.
They're very cringe.
Big Eric. E Rec.
Big E.
Big E. That's Big E is crazy.
Big E, Big Eric, and E Money.
E Money's insane.
E Money. Hello.
Why are you called Villanueva? Fucking put E Money as your name. That's fucking.
That's like saying one of my nicknames is T Dog.
T Dog. T Dog.
This is due to my job. Like literally, like
is he old
second
as fuck?
day I was working. No, he's like 30. He just walked up to me. He was like, he was just like, E-money. And I'm like, what the fuck?
E-money, where's the money?
I got used to it now, but at first time I was just like,
my-
what the fuck?
E-money's crazy.
And
Yeah.
I was gonna say one other nickname he gives me, like he'll just randomly call me the area I live in.
New York.
Okay.
Fucking, you from the
So,
Bronx.
yes.
Hey, yo,
Yeah, so-
apartment building, blah blah blah.
Yeah, this is your
room
full
number.
address.
yeah, so I'm not gonna say the exact area,
course
but
not,
he'll just come to me, he'd be like New York, and I was like, bro.
Hey, you from the Bronx?
That-
And you're like, what the fuck?
That's kind of
That's weird
kinda
as
funny.
fuck, dude.
that's
It
weird.
is it is like I laugh in my head. I'm just
Of
like,
course,
what
yeah, it's wholesome, but at the same time, it's like, what the fuck are you doing, weird guy?
the
All right.
fuck?
Question 2: what was your first job? I worked in an ice cream shop.
I worked in a sporting goods store.
I worked in a fruit shop.
There you go. What is your signature dish you can cook / make?
Ooh.
Mine's a cop out,
I-
but it's sandwiches. I can whip up a sandwich with whatever ingredients you put on the table, and I'll make it taste good.
Okay. I whip up a really good spaghetti bolognese.
Okay, we love a bit of spag bol.
Yeah, bolognese.
I'm not too much of a cook, but I know the spots to go to. That's what I'll
This
say.
guy's gonna say fucking top ramen, mate. That's what he's gonna say.
I do all the
Nah.
cooking at the house, so I've been trying to learn stuff,
You're
new
whipping and
dishes and stuff
chefing.
like
Fuck
that.
yeah, dude. That's
I've been because we've been trying to like eat better and stuff, so we've been
Yeah,
having like
nice.
chicken, broccoli, and rice. But
Hell
like
yeah.
I've been making like different sauces with the chicken
Hell
and stuff like
yeah,
that, and making like
dude.
homemade teriyaki kind of sauces and
Okay,
shit. It's been
let's
pretty
go.
good.
There we
Yes,
go.
sir.
Next question: if you could trade places with anyone for a day, who would it be and why?
I
Yeah,
would
that's actually
I
kind of-
would
Oh, here you go.
I would change place with these fucking retarded bitches that I talk to just to see like what's going on in their heads.
The
for just
women?
one day.
Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, dude.
What the heck?
I just don't know what's happening in there, man.
That's my angry hot take.
Hey, we need one. It's an AMA, mate. Let it fly. Alright, you talk.
I was just surfing YouTube the other day and I saw that Tom Brady recently has started a YouTube channel, and it's basically like he's got like a dude that just follows him around with a video camera,
Oh yeah.
which is him with his escapades and whatever he gets up to, and he just flies around the world just doing whatever the hell he wants. I mean, now he's got to come back for football season because he's now going to be a commentator during the season, but he's like flying overseas, and just being able to
living
basically go
life.
wherever he wants, getting the VIP treatment to like any event he goes to. I feel like Tom Brady would be a good
What is
choice.
she Ronaldo's YouTube
Oh,
channel? Fucking
I was literally about to say that
Crazy.
Ronaldo made a YouTube channel and got 20 million subs in one day.
Bro, he's
That's
got like 60
crazy.
million right now. I think it is. Fuck, dude.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I think
Soon.
I'm pretty sure he
Facts.
broke the record for most subscribers on a creation day.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think I'd just like I honestly I'd trade places with fucking like I would want to trade places with like Lionel Messi. Because he's like that it's gonna sound bad, but his autistic tendencies just I want to know what goes on in his brain in like a football match. I would love to see like how he thinks and how he plays, like just like that satisfaction of being the GOAT, would be cool as fuck.
It sucks. Trading places for a day, you don't get a lot of time to do anything.
Yeah, hopefully it's a good day. And hopefully it's a day that
Right.
actually go do something, you know what I mean? So if we get to do
Yeah,
something.
exactly.
This question reminded me of the Freaky Friday music video with
Oh,
Chris Brown
shit.
and Lil Dicky.
Oh, yeah.
fucking hell. I woke up Chris Breezy. Question 5. What is your biggest regret? Ooh.
Damn, that's now we're cutting deep.
Okay, I'll start.
Yeah.
I'm happy to. I'll open the floodgates. I think my biggest regret was I used to talk to this girl. Like, I mean, it's been years now, but I think at the time I asked her out, and then the following day I backed out because I wasn't mentally prepared for it. And I think my mom has always brought me up to never have any regrets, so I don't really hold any like regrets for any longer than I need to. But I think my biggest regret was not pursuing that and seeing what could have come of it. I suppose that's kind of like that'd probably be one of my biggest regrets to date.
I wouldn't say I have a specific regret that like haunts me, but I guess some things that I regret are things that I took interest in, but because of my, I guess I'm not gonna say small attention span, but lack of desire to push things forward and like dropping shit like way quicker than I should have. I
Yeah.
guess I regret things in that nature that I picked up and were interested in and just dropped because I wasn't motivated enough to do them.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Like, because I feel like if I went back and changed something that I would have potentially regretted, I don't think I'd be the same person or in the same position that I am in right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
absolutely.
I don't think I'd change anything too drastic. Like, I don't think I have like a major regret that I would want changed. But one thing that I guess it's kind of like a meme, I guess, at the end of the day. But man, when the One Piece card game first came out, I wish I ordered more of it because I could have made so much money off of that shit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I regret not buying OP.1 when the box was $100.
Yeah, I bought like when it first came out, I bought like 6 boxes or something. I should have just went and bought like $10,000 worth of product, and I could have made like 4 times that back.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Okay,
it would have been crazy. Anyways,
there we go. Next one.
I regret. I was gonna say I regret not saving my Pokemon cards. No.
That too. Oh man,
it's all those ones where it's like I could have bought Bitcoin back in 2010, but I just didn't.
Yes,
you know
dude.
I genuinely could have, and I just didn't do it. And I was like, okay, great. You know, like it's one of those things. All right, question 6. What is something you've always wanted to do but have yet to try?
Well, I don't know if it's something I want to do, but something I've always like wanted, somewhere I've always wanted to go is I've always wanted to go to one of the Gordon Ramsay restaurants. They have one in Manhattan.
Ooh. Okay.
I've always wanted to go there and try it out because I mean, well, one, it's Gordon Ramsay, but two, I love his YouTube videos and shit. Like I know he's not there obviously, but I would still love to like go to one of his restaurants.
Nice. I think for me it would be live overseas, like, and kind of like start fresh.
Like by us?
Nah, fuck y'all in America. Fuck that. Jesus Christ, mate. No, I think
probably for the best.
I think like live abroad, but like kind of drop everything and then start brand new, as opposed to being like moving over with a job and like blah 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 blah. Like just fucking quitting and like going and opening up like a restaurant or a cafe or like a fucking. For me, it'd be a sandwich shop. Like I want to open up a sandwich shop so fucking badly. That's my dream.
Happy sangers.
That's what I mean, man.
You wake up, a new YouTube video drops, the Captain Lodge, a new beginning.
Fucking new. Let me sing as fuck, dude. You know what I mean? Like, fucking be down. Yeah, I think that'd be for me what I'd want to do.
This is a tough question. There's nothing that I'm like, oh my god, I got to do this one day. I guess in terms of things that would be kind of cool to do, like driving an F1 would be pretty sick.
Oh fuck yeah, dude! Let me see as fuck.
That would be pretty badass. I don't know. I go to like a high Michelin star restaurant would be kind of cool. Like what Flame said, like a high end restaurant, like just to see what it's like.
Yeah, like I don't know if it's like weird. Like I don't know if like I don't have like specific things that like I want to do this in my life. Like I don't know. I don't have things like that. Like I know a lot of people do, but like I don't know. I don't think about that, to be honest.
I haven't written it down, but it's like one of my things that I want to like create a list of like, I mean, it's like not really a bucket list, but like shit that I just want to do before I die. And it's not like go see the world. It's just like small shit like, you know, try something, do this, do that, you know, it's shit like that. And it's like, yeah, that's like the only thing that I really have. But other than that, yeah, I'm the same. It's like, yeah, just if the opportunity presents itself, you kind of take it. That's the mantra of I kind of follow at this point now. It's like opportunities present themselves to those that are prepared. Like that's, you know, you kind of just do it when it's there, right?
Yes.
Oh, actually, I just remembered one.
Yep.
So something that I was wanting to do, but you have to try. I would love to like, I don't know, like the logistics behind it, but making my own game would be really cool.
Dude, that'd be sick as hell.
That would be fun. But
gacha game, 6 characters on the crew. I mean, team.
Treasure Cruise 2, let's go,
mate. How much? Do you think we could buy the fucking Treasure Cruise IP from Bandai?
Oh my god, Treasure Cruise but better.
Dude, would make millions.
I mean, people like make the private server stuff.
Dude.
You need someone to make the artworks.
Nah, man, do some stick figures bullshit. I don't know. Get some AI.
Hire someone on Fiverr.
Still 30 multis ago because fuck them, we ball, right?
Yup, fuck them, we ball.
Question 7. What was the best year of your life? Ooh, good question.
Damn. Best
I
year
think
of my life.
I think 2016 for me. That was like the year I graduated from high school, went to Japan with my friends. Like, there was a lot of I was in a decent relationship at the time. Like, there was a lot of optimism about like what the future had, you know, forward. And then obviously everything came crashing down. But I mean, that's life. So like, but I do think 2016 was definitely a highlight year to say the least. Low key as well though. Like, this is gonna sound shitty, but lockdown was kind of fucking based. Now that I look back on it, like I mean, maybe if not for you, Todd.
There were definitely positives. There were definitely positives to lockdown. I agree.
But like, it just was kind of cool at times. You're just like, oh, I'm at home. Like, that's it, you know. But yeah, so I think 2016 for me.
Yeah, not having to go into like into the CBD every day for university and just having to chill at home. Oh man, it was so good.
I would probably say this year, to be honest.
Okay.
Like there have been some things this year that have sucked, but I've had a lot of positives this year, and I think I said it in the beginning of the year, but this is the first year that I've actually made some goals for myself.
Yeah.
Some of them I hit, some of them I kind of forgot about, to be honest. But I'd probably say this year, to be honest.
Nice.
Well, I'd probably say this year as well.
Yeah.
Man, because you know, get to marry my best friend.
Me.
Let's
Yay. Thanks, guys.
Yep.
No
Spoiler alert, Happy and I getting married.
Let's fucking go, dude. All right, question 8. What is your biggest pet peeve?
Oh, I have one, but I probably have others. I cannot stand when people walk in front of me, but they're walking super slow.
You're a fast walker?
Yo, bro, I speed walk around people. I can't take it. Like, I want to kill them.
Dude.
God, I hate that shit.
I
hate that.
despise people that cannot indicate when they drive.
That happened to me this morning. I almost got in a fucking car accident.
That's
I almost got into a car accident when leaving the dentist. Dude was going on the roundabout, didn't indicate, and I was about to leave and exit, and then fucking out of nowhere he starts turning. I slammed the brakes.
Oh my god!
And I'm like, fuck! I was like, I could have died this morning. Like, fuck me.
Yeah, like, some people are just like they don't have spatial awareness. Like, just that in general. Like, people not knowing their surroundings. Like just something crazy off the cuff. Like, you see someone is carrying something or trying to move something, and like someone is standing at the doorway, but they don't know around them that someone's trying to get to the door. Like, bro, move out the fucking way. Someone's trying to get past you.
Fucking awareness.
Yeah, like people not having spatial awareness is something that frustrates me.
Yeah,
definitely.
I agree. What was that one, Poppy? I don't even know if I have any anymore. I think I'm just kind of the same. Like, any pet peeves?
Oh,
no, I don't think so.
I was gonna say another one that I have is like when you're talking, like with like you're like explaining something, and then someone just cuts in and just starts talking like immediately.
Oh no!
Hey, dude, I hate that.
Yeah, I think my one's similar to that, where it's like you're talking and then someone just says, "Huh?" Like they just weren't listening, and you're like, "Oh fuck me, I guess I'll just kill myself." Like, fucking
yeah.
I was talking to you. Like, listen, you fucking jamonk.
Yeah, you'd hate me because I'm the one that does the.
Yep. All right. Second last question. How would you survive a zombie apocalypse?
Easy, because I'm built different.
Oh, okay. Question solved.
Just kidding. I'd be one of the first people to die. No cap.
I might just like pop a bullet in my head. Like, honestly, like it just fucking.
But then again, what if it's one of those things they could just like fix really quickly, and then it's just that, you know? I don't know.
I'll just fucking lock in. Done.
Just lock in.
I think if I didn't die right away, I think it would be really scary, but I think it would be something I could probably adapt to.
Yeah.
Hmm.
At some point, it's the world would adapt. Look at like everything that's happened. Just you kind of it'll figure itself out.
It would be pretty cooked.
Yes, absolutely. Imagine you
Yeah.
wake up and on the news like, yeah, fucking people are turning into zombies. Like, what? Okay. All right. So last question. If you could go back in time and give your 10-year-old self a piece of advice, what would it be? Buy Bitcoin.
Yeah, no, legit.
Buy
That
Bitcoin.
is true.
Buy
Yeah.
Bitcoin, invest in Apple stocks. I don't know. Like, people meme it, but I think like being financially free removes so much stress and concern about life that like it's not even about being rich. You know what I mean? It's about like
living comfortably.
Exactly. I could support my family. I don't have to worry about my health because I could pay for like that's what I'll do for. I don't give a fuck about being rich, but it's about being
Like
comfortable enough.
Like the saying of like money doesn't buy happiness, but it buys comfortability.
Absolutely.
Like,
that's it. That's the only reason I'd do it. I'd go to
living without problems.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Like when you're like well for yourself, like there's like so many moments like nowadays where I'm like if I'm like wanting to buy something, like I look at it, I'm like, I look at it, I'm like, oh, it's not that bad. It's actually like a lot.
You can just buy it now. You know, it was like, oh, if you have a health problem, like, you can just go to the doctor and spend the money and do the needful, right? But it's like, yeah, I genuinely, unironically, no meme. Like I would tell my younger self to go and invest his money early into certain places that I know in the future will become very, very well off. Because I think your whole life shifts when you have the money, because I think opportunities will become more plentiful if you have a more solid income as well.
Another piece of advice I'd tell my 10-year-old self is that my football team still doesn't win the premiership after 20 more years. So
that's pick a different team. Pick a different team because Carter's not winning shit, mate.
Sag.
The saving money 101. Stay away from Gacha.
Yeah, legit. That's a good one. Yeah, it's
Don't play Treasure Cruise.
But then again, I would never have gotten into Treasure Cruise if it wasn't for me getting into One Piece.
Yeah.
So if I say to myself, don't get into One Piece, but I don't know if I could say it to myself because One Piece is big.
I don't think I can say that.
I don't know if I never played One Piece Treasure Cruise, if I would have gone into Gacha games. I don't know. Maybe not.
Treasure Cruise was that catalyst though. It was most certainly the catalyst for everything.
It came out at like the perfect time for me because like I basically never had experienced One Piece at all. Yeah. And then one summer off of school, I was like, all right, I guess I'll watch this One Piece show. Okay. And I got hooked. And then basically after summer finished and I started attending university, like the first month of university, Treasure Cruise came out. I'm like, oh, this is perfect. I love One Piece now.
Yeah, a lot.
Years later, here we
go. The rest is history.
Like when those games came out, like Treasure Cruise Dokkan, the Naruto game, all those games. That came out like when mobile games were still considered like weird.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Like now they're like it's kind of like anime in a way. It's like a parallel. But yeah, like now they're like way Genshin, more widely accepted.
All those cool people playing Genshin and shit now. That game's still trash, but like it's more normalized, I suppose. So
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. That's it. Oh, never mind. On the OPTC side of things, I'll keep it short. How enraged would you be if the third part of celebration was not Shanks vs. Kid? I think I'd be kind of happy. I wouldn't be mad. I think as long as it's something unique and it isn't just like a fucking Luffy versus Kaido again or some shit, but like I think it's a pretty much a shoo-in for
Shanks it's all
Kid.
But confirmed at this point. I feel like, we had a Luffy, we have a Law, now a Kid makes sense. It just does.
And all their enemies, like it's it makes sense.
Nah, psych, it's gonna be Smoker versus Virgo.
I'm in, run it, bro. That's gas as shit, dude. What the fuck? That sounds awesome. All right,
yes, sir.
In that case, though, cheers from the dad in Canada. Thank you, Wankafella, and thank you all. 5 years on the trot, still going strong. I think this ep goes show 2.5 hours long. We can still yap for a lot longer if we wanted to as well. So, with that being said, though. If you've enjoyed today's episode, make sure you go down there, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and comment leaderboard if you've made it to the end of the episode. And whilst you're also down there, you can find our Linktree link, that is linktr.ee/perfect. All of our socials, our Twitter @GGP Podcast, anchor.fm/perfect for the audio of the podcast as well. Make sure you go down there. When you're in the description, you're going in, you're hitting like, subscribe, subbing on Twitch, following, doing that fun stuff on all of our socials, Flamevius, or how do you pronounce it? Is it Villanueva or Villa? I never knew how to pronounce it properly.
Yeah, the English way is Villanueva. Yeah,
Villanueva. All right. Well, I've said it wrong, but go subscribe.
He's all right.
Go follow. Go subscribe. Go subscribe to Todd. He get him to 100K at the end of this year. I don't know. Again, go subscribe to me and then unsubscribe because I don't care. But subscribe on this channel as well. It supports us. And hit the join button if you want to support us financially. But with that being said, I've been Captain Puppy. Thank you guys for 5 years of the Good, Great, Perfect podcast with Flame, Nightmare, and also Todd. Thank you guys genuinely for listening to us for 5 years through the ups and downs, through the tribes of tribulations, through, the fluctuations in view count, sub count, all that kind of stuff, for us making the award show, for us trying to do off-topic stuff, for changing the format to making, shorter kind of content in the past. We appreciate your continued support throughout duration. But, without further ado, I've been Captain Puppy, Flame, and Todd. Thank you guys for listening to that episode. Talk to you guys next time. Peace.
Bye.